right, better late than never, but we're going to talk about Resident Evil 9.
Yeah.
We are.
Sherry,
Uh,
can you hear me, Sherry?
all right, so let's do the totals here. I think, if I'm thinking correctly, I have 5 playthroughs. Kiona,
6.
Helen.
I believe it's either 8 or 9. I'm looking at my saves and the amount of
Woo.
times I've done.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay.
Well done.
So yeah, we've got
Well
enough.
done.
I plan on doing some more right around when the Game Awards happen, because there's a lot more shit that I want to stream, and there's other stuff I gotta play off stream. So as much as I want,
Yeah, there's
play
like a ton of stuff that I honestly wanted to play as well. So
Yeah.
like I figured 6 times that's good enough.
Yeah.
That's the amount. That's one past the amount of ammo that the Requiem has.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have some minor topics to talk about, but we're going to have general discussions as well.
Let us do that, yes.
So, this is a minor thing I found that I thought was just kind of funny that I wanted to bring up that many of you agreed with, because I saw this and it's not exactly just RE9, but I thought it was great to begin with. So, someone made a thing and they said what their picks for what the directors of Resident Evil movies would be if each mainline game got a director.
Oh my god.
Okay,
I need to see this.
The person said number 1 was John Carpenter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could see that. Could see
2
that.
would be David Cronenberg.
Yeah.
No George Romero though? Or at least not yet.
Not yet, no.
3 would have been James Cameron.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Okay, fair.
The Terminator.
Yeah, Jill being the main, yeah.
Yeah, 4 would have been...
Who was the second one again? I'm sorry.
Second one was David Cronenberg.
Ooh.
There's a lot of body horror in those G monsters, so yeah.
Intriguing, yeah.
4 would have been Gore Verbinski.
Yeah.
Yes, there's some Pirates of the Caribbean in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
5 would have been Tony Scott.
Hell yeah. Oh my god, yes.
It is,
oh my god.
And
spot on.
Who do you think they picked for 6?
Michael Bay.
Yep, you're correct.
Yep.
7 would have been, it's either Toby Hooper or Tobe Hooper.
Oh, Toby Hooper? Okay,
Hooper?
so Texas Chainsaw Massacre director, yeah.
Well, and you also imagine a little bit of like, Evil Dead guy.
R8 would have been Francis Ford Coppola.
Yes, exactly. yeah, I can see that.
And then 9 would have been David Fincher.
You know, yeah.
Okay. I would maybe just add George Romero in there for maybe the first one. Or maybe like Resident Evil 0 if they do like Resident Evil 0.
Maybe.
I think Code Veronica's more of a Code Veronica's more Romero.
Maybe Code Veronica. Okay, I could see Code Veronica.
If they did
Yeah.
0, it would have been Sam Raimi.
Okay, Sam Raimi for 0. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because the
right,
fair. And all that shit.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's too silly for even George Romero, but I think Code Veronica is just within that level.
Okay, no, I agree with you, Helen. Yeah, I would say, I would definitely say.
Okay.
That one for sure.
All right, so we are going to go through just our overall thoughts on the levels first.
Okay.
What did everybody think of the hotel / the care center?
I adored it. It is probably my favorite part of the whole game, but every Resident Evil intro is always the beginning, the best part of the game, every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree with Helen. I think that like the hotel was a very good prologue, very creepy, set the tone really well.
Mm-hmm.
I also just love that walk down the street and everything, just like as Grace, and just like sort of getting to see like the city and getting to see Renwood. Getting to see what it's like in a Resident Evil game with actual crowds milling about was cool.
City for a little bit.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
like,
that was really nice.
Also just like the whole the atmosphere of it and just the visuals of it was just amazing.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting there the first time that I played it, I was like, this looks better to me than Cyberpunk even looked.
I think I spent like 15 minutes on that street the first time, just going through all the windows, going like, wow, they really modeled even like the beer and like the credit card. Everything's like a Visa instead of Visa, like those sort of like silly kind of like parody names.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I was sitting there playing that, and like it was on the stream, so it's not as pretty as what it would look on my normal TV. And then I took it off of the put it on and had it directly hooked into the PS5 Pro.
Ooh, that must have been nice.
That
Oh.
thing is fucking gorgeous. People,
Yeah.
this is why studios need to have proprietary engines, because Unreal 5 ain't gonna look like that.
No.
No, I'm starting to see, like, because I've been watching a lot of game trailers recently, because of the Xbox thing and all that, and
Mhm.
also because there's just been a ton of, like, new games from like China and stuff that they've been using, and of course a lot of the Chinese developed games they use Unreal Engine 5, right? They use UE5, and you can tell that, like, the thing of it is that I'm getting tired of all of them looking kind of alike, you know. And that's not that, no disrespect meant to the artists who work on the games. Obviously, your work is beautiful, and I could never do like an iota of that, a tiny iota of that, which is a running joke. But
Yes.
I think
Tiny
also that,
Iota,
like,
my favorite wrestler.
my favorite wrestler, he just the visual style though is starting to look a little samey. So I love the fact that you get to boot up this game and you get to just immerse yourself in that little area, and the Mr. X cosplayer walking by who bumps into Grace.
That is totally a Mr. X cosplayer.
So funny.
The true test of Unreal 5 is going to be what Cyberpunk 2 looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
I feel they're actually going to stretch that fucking engine out.
Yeah,
people
because
aren't going to do
art
that.
direction.
Yeah, exactly.
Because art direction,
Yeah.
and having like an actual world design and everything.
Yeah. I really love the hotel. It looked great. The hotel was the first place I died in my Insanity playthrough. I got killed by the cop with the shotgun when he was stuck on the counter.
Oh,
shit.
wow.
I got one shot by that.
Oh, God.
He is a lot faster, more erratic. I managed to dodge that, but I could definitely see how that could happen.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, just did it. Boom! What?
And then you died?
Yeah, I was dead.
Damn.
I was dead. Yeah, it's...
That shotgun was closer to a semi-auto than a pump action, which it's Benelli, so ironically enough, it actually can do both.
Yeah, the lighting very much reminiscent of the very first Resident Evil, but also the Hookman demo. If anyone's ever seen that, with the one window blowing in the hallway with the thing open.
Oh my God. I was marveling at the physics of that.
Oh, yeah.
The drapery there.
Oh, that was
so cool.
That's just fantastic. The drapery going by with the window, and nothing comes out of it. It plays with you because you think something's going to come out of you, but no. And
the care center, the fact of, like, I don't know if it's just because I'm not doing this as a bragging point at this right now, but my brain has become so fucking militant with how I handle Resident Evil games, especially these now, that I never saw some of the situations my first time through. Like, I didn't get to see the maid zombie coming back out and cleaning up the zombie I killed in the hallway.
Oh shit! I didn't get to see that.
I actually did do that though. I killed the guy in like the hallway with the light. I knew the maid was in like the bathroom.
She'll leave the bathroom, come out, and be scrubbing the blood, and then if you walk by her, she'll just stare daggers at you and won't move until you walk away and let her keep cleaning.
That happened to me.
I backed up and like heard like growls and turned around, and we both were staring at each other until I just ran at her with my knife.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
She won't approach you if you back up. If you let her keep cleaning, she won't attack you.
She's just focused on the cleaning.
And light, the one that got me the first time though was the lights guy. I didn't bother him at first, and he shut the lights off on me like 4 times. The fucking IV guys with the wanting to be quiet, where you can tank certain zombies.
Yes.
The fucking
enemy behaviors, man.
Like, all right, take out the very obvious answer of Mrs. Baker being the fucking grossest thing we've ever seen in a Resident Evil game, because nothing is beating bug vagina. I'm sorry, that's just not happening.
No.
You're just not doing it. Is Chunk the grossest thing we've gotten besides her?
You kind of reminded me of, like, I think the big fat ones that vomit on you in RE7, they kind of reminded me of that.
It's up there, but, like...
Yeah.
They're not a grotesque freaking folded up, fat creased thing coming through a hallway screaming.
Poor Chunk.
They
Poor
look
Chunk just wanted respect.
Oh.
They look like the baby from RE8, but got really fat.
that
Oh, it's not as
scene-
freaky as the baby to me.
No,
Well, no, but the face is very reminiscent of that.
Oh yeah, the face, yeah.
the, when that thing busted through that door and it literally filled the entire hallway, chasing me back down the steps, I lost my shit.
Oh, it
I
got
bet.
me pretty hard because I was like,
Oh, it
okay,
got
I know
me too.
something's gonna happen when I saw that card on the ground, but I wasn't expecting that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. And
Oh, I freaked out the first time.
Oh, 100%. And nothing against Mr. X or any of the other things. I honestly think the best stalker enemy they've ever made is Maria.
Yeah, the giant. Well, they'll call her the girl in the game, but clearly her name is Marie. Like that thing. Yeah,
Marie.
the I don't know what you want to call it.
I called her the hag the entire time.
Yeah, that fits too. That
I
thing.
could see that.
That design is fantastic to start off with. It kind of reminds me of
It
remember
is.
the Momo challenge. Kind of reminds me of that character design.
Do you remember when
Mhm.
everyone watching this thought that was Lisa Trevor?
I remember
Oh my
that.
god, yes.
I also thought that was
Yeah.
going to be Grace's mother at one point. I'm glad it was neither.
It's
Oh, I'm
just
so
like,
glad that it wasn't.
What makes you people think they went out to the Spencer Mansion, dug Lisa Trevor out of that fucking hole, and somehow transported her to the care center?
To be fair, there's a lot of like returning people in this game in some surprising ways.
Were any of them an invincible woman stuck at the end of a bottomless pit that it'd have to transport through a truck?
Well, no, but
Yes, that's
yeah.
what I'm getting at. But so yeah, everything, the layout of the care center was fantastic. You had some unbelievable stupidity just for the fun of it, like the guy busting through the wall with the bulldozer that makes no fucking sense.
Oh, that was so funny.
He's literally even yelling like, "Watch out below! I'm coming through!" It's like,
Yeah,
oh my god.
It's so dumb. And like, I love how they even made that harder on Insanity, where you
They
shoot
made that
him,
harder on Insanity. I know.
Yeah,
I was
he's
like,
taking more bullets.
and no, you shoot him, and then on Insanity, the lift comes up, and you have
The
to shoot
lift-
underneath
yeah.
it.
Oh no,
Kill it
you're
with
right.
the
You're
motor.
right. I shot the thing and it didn't stop. I'm like, what changed? What changed? Oh, I see it.
Yeah, the fucking like the fact that you even made that harder was funny. And we'll talk about
I know,
the game mechanic
that's hilarious.
We're starting off with the care center. It's the dumbest thing that Resident Evil's ever come up with, and that's in a history of dumb things. But it's my favorite. That blood system was the most fun crafting system they've ever had.
Oh, it's fantastic.
really was.
It's a great risk and reward system because previous Resident Evil games, you almost were encouraged to just not kill everything. But this one's like, oh no, if you do that, you get blood, so you can craft into more things. Oh, but if you kill them, some of them might turn into basically equivalency of like pale heads, and they call them blister heads, but same thing really.
Yeah, blister heads. Yeah.
Yeah. It was exactly it. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean that I'm gonna get some rare scrap and I'll show the picture because it's fucking
Oh
funny,
god, I know. It's so
but
funny.
like this is essentially what it is.
Yep. Grace Ashcroft's a member of the Craft. She's apparently a blood witch.
Yeah, but
And she is.
I love how in Insanity when they changed the lockers for the coins, one of them's just 30 handgun rounds.
Yup.
Because they're like, this is that valuable of a resource that we're going to give you just 30 rounds. Yeah, I do
Amazing.
love... I don't know how they could ever do it again, but when you start out and you get the Requiem from Leon and they give you one fucking round, and you don't know how many more are gonna come, that's a very intense feeling that I've never gotten in an RE game before.
Oh yeah, that was a fantastic thing. Because first off,
Yeah.
starting off with the Magnum, interesting change. Usually that's an end of game weapon. And then you get it. Well, first off, when you're Leon, you get like 20 rounds. You're like, oh well, okay, this is gonna be easy. And then you get it as Grace, and you have one bullet.
Who did
One
you guys
bullet.
use it on?
Yeah, and then the first giant enemy you find, you're like, should I shoot him? I don't know.
I got a minor spoiler, so I knew where I got a minor TikTok spoiler where it said get the better of the two pistols, and then it showed me that Grace's actual pistol was in the lounge lobby thing. So they're like, use the Requiem on the singer. So that's what I used it on. and then ended up having plenty more Requiem rounds throughout it, but I didn't know you were going to get those because I searched that fucking place up, down, left, and sideways. What did you guys use it on?
God,
I shot the chef the first time, and I did one hit kill the guy. Apparently, you gotta do it by shooting like behind the ear because otherwise it's not even on casual. I got lucky apparently, and then that guy's pantry key gives you a bullet, so I was like, oh okay, I made the smart choice. Didn't actually know that wasn't my design, but
yeah, I got shocked as fuck because when he does his rounds around where the poker thing is, because you know all care centers need a place where you can fucking gamble.
As you do.
When he's making his rounds back and forth, I snuck up behind him and hemolytic injected him, thinking it was going to take like 5 of them, and it killed him in 1 on standard. I was very shocked.
I'm trying to remember what I think I stored it.
You think you stored it?
No, that's
I
smart.
think I stored it, honestly. Yeah, because I can't remember the first thing that I used it on. But I know that as soon as I started playing, like when I went back and did the second playthrough, the first thing that I did was shoot the chef with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I shot the chef, and then I shot the singer with the second bullet, and then of course, they had no magnum bullets for almost the entirety of that level. But
the first time I played the game, I avoided the chef like the plague, and actually just snuck past him multiple times. And then when I finally killed him the first time, it was with Leon.
Okay.
When he comes back and goes into the,
Yeah.
Then I killed him.
Oh, I have to ask also, did you guys do the boo-boo that since you saved I legitimately killed every single person that Grace could kill. So when I came back with Leon, he essentially did not kill anyone till I got to the guy's office.
Yep, so I did the same thing.
Funny.
I stabbed most things, and then I used like the injector on like the pale head or blister heads, and yeah, when Leon got there, it's like, where'd everybody go? They're all dead.
Yeah, that's what I got him like, I can't fucking wait that I'm doing my rounds of like, fuck, they actually have the here system in this one.
Yeah, I remember coming back as Leon, and she had killed like the majority of them. There were only a few stragglers left, like the chef and a couple other zombies. And
the funny thing is, he has one-liners if you kill the special zombies as Leon.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, again, Grace, they do not turn Grace into the fucking, what I want to say, mold Terminator like they do with Ethan toward the end of the game, where he's taking out small countries. Like, but she's still, and it's one thing I appreciate by the end of the game, she's not John Wick by the end of that game. She is still a scared as fuck field reporter, but she is done with being a coward. I appreciate the shit out of that, but they made her capable enough to where it's not like you're actually terrified to attempt to take out an enemy with her.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I believe you never actually get any more weapons after the beginning bit as Grace. Like by the end of the game, you're still using that same pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still using it.
Yeah.
Unless you upgrade to Freya's needle.
Yeah.
Which, yes.
In Insanity, exactly. That thing's a godsend. So
you get the mod that transforms it into an Uzi.
Oh,
it's funny because Leon has an Uzi.
Yes. I know.
Yeah, and
it's great.
You so got through there. How did you guys like the basement?
That was
first.
I did standard originally too. It took me about 5 minutes to go, oh no, the game's turned into Alien Isolation.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was rough goings the first time. That was rough goings.
Oh, it's very rough goings. Anyone who's playing this game is watching this after playing the game on standard. Do not think just because you have unlimited ammo with the Requiem that you're just going to take the girl down like nothing.
No.
Just in the basement, only there does this ever happen. She will tank every single Requiem round you hit her with.
Yeah, it takes like 3 or 4 like rounds in a magazine to actually stun her, and she is fast.
She's very fast. It is a shock if she does not get to you by the time that you hit her with everything. And it's not a guarantee you'll hit her either. Because in that first section when she hits you, I emptied the entirety of the Requiem into her head and she didn't stop.
Nope. And also she pretty much is a one-hit kill no matter what health you are.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But I very much love that they had a kind of r- bringing back of the sewers. It was a combination of the dungeon basement in Castle Demetresque plus the sewers from from Raccoon City.
Yes, it's like the care center is a little bit. It's a little bit Spencer Mansions, a little bit RPD. It's a little bit Baker House main area.
Yeah,
because the layout did remind me a lot of the Dimitrescu house and also the Spencer Mansion kind of layout too.
It's very very fancy.
It is very fancy.
Yeah, but like the fucking the conveyors with the bodies and all that.
Yeah, that was cool.
The fact that all of that is just below the care center, which we've all mentioned. Everyone who don't forget in this game, people, that everyone in the care center that went fucking nuts while you went there.
That's true.
Like, they were working with Gideon when he was a 19-foot tall crocodile man.
Yeah, the best thing is like there's a brochure and like the main safe room, and it's literally just like, oh yes, the Rhodes Care Center. Come here for like all your needs, and just like all these happy looking nurses and doctors, and then you have like 7-foot tall Frankenstein man with pale skin.
Alligator teeth. It's so weird.
I know, it's so weird.
And like nobody knows about the body clumper in the basement.
The best thing is, isn't there a line from like early on where it's like, this place has been working above board? How? Like literally, the moment Leon walks in the door, he's like walking by 7 bodies. That's not suspicious at all.
Yeah.
Or it's like a suburb of Raccoon City, I guess, so nobody gives a shit.
Yeah,
I know, it's one of those, like, it's like those towns just outside Chernobyl that are absolutely safe to live in, but you're like, why do you live here?
The connections were like, don't worry, we'll sweep this all under the rug.
Yeah, no one will realize that it's
been there for like decades too. They basically make it off, and it's been there for a long time.
Yeah, no one realizes that we're literally 10 feet off of Raccoon City.
Yeah, for real.
But go ahead if you got some coming.
The did you see Max's reaction? Like there was one section that I saw him play where he was like, "Oh, you guys remember that scene between Gideon and Leon when Leon's in the chair and then they have that weird sex scene?" He's like, "We're gonna skip that weird sex scene."
Oh God, yeah, where he's doing like the James Bond Skyfall, like
he's doing the whole thing where he like softly touches his hair and moves it.
He's a
everyone wants a piece of Leon.
He's a weird man.
I know
that man is the definition of extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a dead man walking.
I love that man's voice.
Who does everything in his power to dress himself like a snake and then not turn into one for his boss fight.
This freaking steampunk headgear visor.
I know, it's like night vision goggles, but also a dentist helmet. And he's just like, no one can see my face, even though my face is on the magazine, so you know what I look like.
Yeah, I
love it.
Yeah. But yeah, the overall feel of the basement was great.
Yeah, so great.
Yeah.
Emily as a character throughout all of this too is fucking amazing.
Yes.
As soon as I saw her, I was like, okay, she's Grace cloned, but also like something terrible is gonna happen to her. Like, I was not shocked by that reveal.
See, when I saw when the character gives her introduction, I went, "Oh, you have an E name. Where have I heard a Connections character, little girl with an E name?" I immediately thought, "Oh, she's gonna be like an Evelyn clone or something like that." No, but she was a clone.
Did you all clock right away also that the lady walking around from what she was wearing was incredibly close to Emily, but also clocked the fact that she was Maria from the fucking hole in her cell? Yeah. Did you both clock that right away?
Yes, yeah. I clocked that right away. Then when I saw the hole in the other cell, I went like, "Oh, it was an extra cell, and there's a hole in the ceiling. I wonder who did that. Who's going through?"
So was Marie like always going around, because there's that like that children's book sort of thing, like the drawings that you find in that one darkened room.
I'm going to imagine that she dug her way out when she was very little, and then they just never went after her again.
The way I read that, going by the notes, is that she's like an escaped rat. It's like, oh, well, we tested it out on test subject number 170. Didn't turn out too well. Oh, darn, she broke through the walls into the basement, and I guess we're just going to send down some exterminators. Oh, we never got her, and now the place is falling apart. Shit.
I think she literally just, like, lived in the fucking walls and, like, did
I think so, too.
Never checked on her.
It's like the weekly to-do list. Okay, clean up the
They
blood on
just
the
kept the
floor, get
lights
more
on all the
bodies, send some more guys down and try to kill the girl, and try again next week.
Kiona, did you ever play Resident Evil 0?
I played a little bit of it, so not a whole lot. I think I'm still on the train bit. I don't
That's
think I
the best
got
part of
past
the game.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. You played the final boss fight in Requiem.
Yes.
The fight with the lady where you have to open up the ceiling is just a literal direct redo of the final fight with the slug that
True.
hits Marcus.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's
You know
the
what?
most blatant callback in my opinion in the whole fucking game.
Yeah, there's a lot of callbacks, but only that one is the most blatant, although that boss fight's kind of but this one's actually pretty
That's
good.
true.
Yeah, the slug boss
That's
fight
true,
is not
yeah.
great, but yeah,
So
it's
basically,
so
let's just
good.
do a slug monster, but also make it not suck.
I would
Yeah.
really love to see them remake that game just so that they can get the
You
inventory
think it's coming down the pike?
section right, like you were saying on the zeroing out episode.
Possibly happening if all they have to do is put a fucking item box in the game. It fixes 90%
Agree.
of the problems.
Yeah,
Agree.
I guarantee you that's what they will do. They will actually learn from their mistake.
And they have no excuses either. All these other games have had the item box go anywhere from fucking the Rhodes Care Center to Raccoon City to all this other shit, and all three. There's no point in not doing it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. There's no point in not doing it.
all right. And speaking of, did anyone expect? Because we're gonna get into characters later, so we're not gonna talk about characters.
Okay.
Did anyone expect that Raccoon City was literally like 15 feet off of the care center?
No.
No, I did like how when you pull up the map of the game, it literally gives you like a track list of like, oh, that's where the opening city is, that's where Renwood is, that's where the care center is. It's like, well, it's a little closer
that was
apparently in the map
It's
that's on.
right there.
It's
When you
literally
get out of the
like
care center and the guy is standing, he's like, welcome. I'm like, there's no fucking way Raccoon City is just we have not been playing for 5 hours 40 feet off of Raccoon City.
Yeah, it's finding out like the town is like, oh, it's like within like walking distance of Chernobyl. Good to know.
Yeah, exactly. And then I do like that they and everyone was having a freak out about this. Everyone who's playing this and is having the whatever about continuity. Everyone realize this game is based off the continuity of the remakes and not the other games.
Yeah.
Because it's very
That's fair.
blatant with how they've recalled it and how they're doing the flashbacks, because stuff is very different with how stuff happens in those to where it doesn't quite line up with some other things. And we're going to have to wait to see if they make someone a very senile old man, or if they're going to redo a certain person's emotion, what do I want to say, motivations, but we'll get to that later.
I guarantee you when they remake that game one day, they totally will.
Yeah. But, so, what did everybody feel going back into Raccoon City, and how did you like the Raccoon City sections?
I liked it a lot, although I can definitely tell someone's a big fan of The Last of Us 2.
But it is The Last of Us 2, and also I got to see leaked footage of what the old original version of what this was, which was a multiplayer game. It's literally just this, except all of it was going to be Raccoon City. And that's very much where your kill the people and get points come from. They just wrote a note where they're like, hey, BSAA agents, we'll give you a shiny new medallion if you kill how many? Yeah,
that is the weirdest way of doing a merchant ever. It's like, instead of talking to a dude, it's like, here's this machine that apparently recognizes because you have this armband that you have exterminated XYZ amount of enemies, and now you will be paid accordingly.
Yeah, there's very grainy, badly looked at because it was like taken clearly beyond without someone's notice of what this game looked like beforehand, and it was racking up points in multiplayer, like it going to an extraction mode in chunks of Raccoon City. So when I saw that, I was like, man, I wonder how that's going to translate. And then I saw that fucking chest and it gave you a wristband to rack up kills. I'm like, y'all just locked that in and went, hey guys, here's your Christmas bonus. Kill so many people and you'll get a cool shotgun. They pretty much put that in a note next to that fucking thing.
Pretty much.
I'm not going to say that I want a fully opened Resident Evil game. But I could have used more. I could have been okay with more sections
Mm.
of bombed out Raccoon
Yeah.
City.
I would have been okay with that.
I kind of like the open worldness of that.
I did too. Like eventually going back and forth across like that bridge and getting locations. That was good.
It was good
It
level
was cool.
design. It was very good
Yeah.
level design.
Yeah, very good level design. Yeah.
Like when I finally figured out how to get back to the original BSAA crate, and I realized I made my way back to the start of the level and then got a shortcut to make it 1 minute to get back to the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you fuckers design these levels like this?
Are you talking about the Are you talking about like the makeshift bridge that you have to bring down?
And the subway system.
But also when you oh boy, what was it again? When you go into that extra area and then you take the tunnel down and you go back to the original BSAA.
Oh
yeah.
In,
and then you're able to open that one door in the subway where it now takes you literally a minute and a half to get from both.
Oh, that's right.
The other.
Yeah.
Oh, that was such good level design.
Yeah.
It was. Also, I'm pretty sure the subway down there is where you had the fight with Nemesis as Jill and like the subway. It's very subtle because I'm pretty sure the posters are the same. It's not spelling it out to you, but I think that's supposed to be the wrecked train.
It is. And the gas station is where Carlos shoots the RPG at him when you're running away from him.
Yes, you're right. And obviously in the intro cutscene, you go by the original gas station. Leon's old truck's still there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the freaking gold gas truck that got botched to shit, all that, everything is still there. Did you guys think that how much they showed it in the trailers that we were going to do more in the RPD?
Yes, I thought it was going to be a bit of a longer segment, but I'm also okay with it not being too long.
Yeah, I was okay with that. I partially kind of thought we were going to do some horse shit in the sewers on the way out.
Oh my god, me too. When I saw we were going towards the orphanage, I went, oh no, we're not going to go into the sewers, are we?
No, but it was cool. The only section that I didn't like in the entire game, my first playthrough, was, and it's different because now when I played it a second time, I realized that I could have gotten the people doing the annoying thing easier if I would have paid attention, was the fucking mortar sheller section.
Oh yeah. That was rough the first time I played through.
That took me a few tries to get through it, yeah.
That was tough.
Yeah, but then on the second time through, I realized I'm not even on the roof. I'm on the steps leading to the roof, and I can see the guy on the first mortar, so I just put up a sniper rifle and there's the first section gone. Then you go a little further, you can hit the second guy, then you can throw a grenade up on the roof of the third one. I'm like, I wasn't paying attention. And how did you like dealing with the most deadly character in the entire game? Undead BSAA agent with semi-automatic machine gun.
Those things felt like out of the Resident Evil movies more so than the game, especially the spraying everywhere. Like he's spinning in a circle, almost shooting like a submachine gun.
Yeah,
spraying everywhere and also hitting you in the most unrealistic way.
Yeah, and then taking a good chunk of your health if the entire spread hits you.
Okay, the first time I played through this, so here's the funny thing. The first time that I played through this, for some reason, I think it glitched. Because, so I don't remember killing the guy, you know that the part on the glass, where you're on the glass and the rooftops and everything?
Yes. Oh, the most overtly Last of Us 2 part.
Yeah.
So you know how you're supposed to...
RE6, but go ahead.
You know, you're supposed to you shoot out the glass underneath that the cabinet, and then it falls down, and then a chunk of the stone falls down, and it makes you a walkway. So then you go up there, and there's that one zombie guy that's shooting at you from the elevated position.
Yeah.
I think it glitched out, and he fell down to the glass, and then he shot. I heard him. I didn't see this, but you can see me on stream actually react to it. I heard him shooting. And then I heard the glass fall out. So one of the bullets ricocheted on the glass, or he shot himself, and he shot his own glass, and he fell through it and died.
That's
and
amazing.
I was getting shot by this guy, and I was like, where is he shooting me from? I couldn't even see him. And then all of a sudden I just hear the glass fall out, and then he died because I saw the points.
Funny.
That's hysterical.
That is awesome.
That was hysterically funny.
Very nice. That's fucking great.
That was great. The enemy behaviors in this game, the AI is so funny.
Oh
the
god,
first
yeah.
time I saw it threw a chainsaw through another zombie. In
There's
the hospital.
6 or 7 things that can happen with the chainsaw. Like I shot one of them, like he got dragged across the ground.
Yes,
Yeah.
that one happened to me the first time, and then also like one of them on my second playthrough, I think it was. She like grabbed the chainsaw from the ground, tried to throw it at me, and instead hit another zombie, and the zombie died.
Oh yeah, and then you can have a zombie have the chainsaw stuck in its chest and chase after you if it grabs
And
you
chase
and
after you, and
shoves you
yes,
into it and it kills you.
yeah, I know that happened to me too.
They can also get like stuck on like the door frame. It's great.
Oh, it was so
Oh yeah.
funny.
Also,
I love all
who
the AI behaviors.
who got hit multiple times the first time trying to pick up the fucking chainsaw while it was spinning?
Me.
I did. I
Oh
did.
my
It's
lord,
like
that
it's
was
like
pissing
spinning
me
on the
off.
ground. Like that feels all very almost like Evil Dead, like the chainsaw just going in a circle and like accidentally
Yes.
damaging you.
You can shoot it with the handgun, and it'll stop it.
Oh really?
Yes.
Interesting.
I didn't even
Yeah,
know
you can
that.
actually shoot it, or if
Huh.
you have like if you played through the game and you're able to buy like a machine gun or something, or the SMG or whatever,
Oh my
and you
god!
shoot it with that, it'll actually stop it from spinning.
Okay.
I love that
I
you can
had
end up
to. I
doing a
watched a
conga
video and
line.
saw that. I didn't find it out myself.
Like I love that you can do a conga line of like first zombie shoots him and then drops it, and the guy behind him will grab it, and then everyone's just gonna basically just run for it, like it's like a musical chairs. It's
Oh,
great.
absolutely. You could totally, like, I want to say, trap them with it where you're just waiting. Also, the fact that you can literally blow through, like, I saw a person line up, like, 6 zombies somehow in a hallway and kill
Nice.
all of them in one shot with the Requiem. Like, that.
Yeah, the Requiem is ridiculous.
Fucking gun is ridiculous.
So ridiculous.
So, yeah.
That might be the most powerful Magnum in the whole franchise, which should make sense. It's literally a 50 caliber pistol.
Yeah, like the only thing that I think comes even fucking close, and this is when it's fully upgraded. Do you remember that fucking Joker in Batman 89 level fucking Magnum
Yes.
S5?
Yes.
It's like a SW 5000 or something. If you fully upgrade that thing, it tanks any boss in one shot. That gun is so fucking stupid. But it takes you forever to upgrade it to that point, so I understand it. You spend like, I think, fucking 700,000 to fucking
It's something like that, yeah.
Jeez.
Although that
Oh wow.
with Leon, you're like, whoa, that's a lot of recoil. You with Grace, she literally freaking burns her hand and goes, ah.
That, like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember when you have the first shot with Grace, I don't know if she said it with you guys, but she said it multiple times with me, where she just piles it off and she's, oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
Or my
She
favorite-
literally goes like this and goes like over her head and everything.
I was half
It's so
expecting
funny.
the first shot for it to come back and smack her in the face. I was half expecting them to do that.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been out of place. It's like, Leon, what did you think? You're giving like this 180-pound girl like a freaking like
180-pound pistol.
yeah, that's about twice as her. Oh my god, those bullets are probably as big as her hand.
One of my other favorite lines, like, before I go back, like, is when you use the hemolytic injector for the first time, and she's like, that is extremely effective.
She really goes like, that's too effective.
Yeah, or I think my favorite line she says the entire time.
Oh, my
is
favorite line.
When you go
Yes.
down, when you
Yes.
go down the chute,
Yes.
and she comes out in the blood and goes, oh my god, some in my mouth.
Yes. How did she survive? Okay, she is definitely a blood witch, because how did she survive all of this? Like zombies biting her, like blood, the zombie blood getting in her mouth. How did she survive that?
What I partially think, and they have not confirmed this, because she does get bit by a zombie at the very
Yep, this is the first time a
Yeah, she
protagonist
does.
been canon bit.
Yeah.
This could be wrong, but
Okay.
I don't think she's a clone.
No.
But I do think maybe she has a form of Elpis in her.
Maybe.
Or other people were thinking when they were doing the blood transfusion thing, when Gideon caught her, was him getting rid of the bite of the thing that because he knows the infection type that he made. People think that blood transfusion was partially to like
Cleanse her blood.
Or it could be like,
her.
I think in RE5 is like Spencer says like there's a 10% immunity with this T virus. Maybe she was one of those 10%. It's fine. It's
Yeah, it could
fine.
be. But like, yeah, it's the only character that, like Helen said, that in canon got fucking bit, because Jill didn't even get bit. She just got a barb from fucking Nemesis.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
yeah. I remember.
Yeah, but and then we got to fight Nemesis again, or no, we got to fight
Or
Mr.
Tyrant.
X again.
Yeah.
And again, going through that on Insanity, Rocket one-shots him.
Incredible.
I love that they
Because
didn't
on
do it
Insanity,
safely.
he's
Yeah.
chase through the entire RPD, and he literally pulled out the propeller blades from the helicopter from RE2 and just like, I'm going to impale you with this now.
I'm
Yeah.
bringing this back again.
Have you guys seen the have you ever seen like YouTube videos where they do like the flyby camera
Yes.
and they actually show you like what's going on with him? So like the first time that you dodge him, the first time when you run up the stairs and everything and get
Yeah.
away from him, then he goes and like looks wistfully out a window like
Yes.
That's the thing
and
I
he's
love about
just
all
like
these,
staring out a window.
all these RE games on the RE engine always have animations going on in the background that you can never notice unless you free cam it.
Yes.
Yeah, and then like there's the scene where he takes the pillar of the play and like tries to hit you with it.
Yes.
It's not him there. It's just the pillar literally rotating
Yes.
itself and going through the walls.
It's
It's so
fantastic.
funny. I love it.
It's fantastic. But yeah, getting to fight it was fun and bad because you could kind of tell it's just the tyrant boss fight again, except he's not as scary because you're not fighting him on a 10x15 platform.
And the place has been blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you have maneuverability, and that's where I found out that Leon can carry a fucking car.
Yeah.
Yes.
Turns out apparently he has the same abilities as like the Expedition 33 girl. She can parry everything in existence.
Yeah, that was my first one where I'm like,
Funny.
he's about to throw that car at me. There'll be no way this works. Like, I'm trying it on everything now. That was the moment where I'm like, I'm fucking trying this on everything. And, to a point, also, saw someone, speaking of that mortar level before I forget, saw someone parry the mortar.
I did never even try that. But
How?
really?
Now, you're not parrying the mortar itself, but if you time it just right, when the mortar is about to hit the ground, he just parries the enemy action. If you parry at the right moment, you take nothing.
What?
So wait, you have to sit there and wait for it to come down, and then when it hits, you have to parry?
If you hit it at the right moment and you hit the parry up, you'll just tank it.
Oh my god.
Leon can parry fucking everything in that game. I have been yet to think of something and not
So
seen a
funny.
video upon which he could parry it.
There's a bit later on where you fight like people with machine guns. You can parry all the bullets.
All you gotta do is fucking hammer that parry button and you can do it. That's
Literally.
like in 4 also. As long as you hit the button fast enough, you'll parry machine gun fire with the
Well, to be fair, in
knife.
RE4, it's like a crossbow, like rapid fire. This is just like, no, they have like MP5Ks.
Yeah, it's fucking...
You turn into Jedi Master
That's
Kennedy.
unbelievable.
It's so ridiculous. But, okay, so then we also get the spider boss fight, which they didn't have in 1, which everybody got upset about. Or in 2, was it 2?
No, it was 1.
It was 1?
The Titan
Well, there
spinner.
were spiders in the sewers of 2 in the original, but they cut those out for like the G adults in 2.
Yeah. So then we get that, and then we actually got the fight Plant 43.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fucking awesome. Again, another one of those boss fights that anyone, if they're doing Insanity or having troubles, that Rocket kills kills every boss in one hit. It's insane. But I did like how they had a creeper section where you actually had to walk and watch for the little tendrils on the ground. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, they will twitch a little bit, so you gotta look up and go, oh, that's where it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was
Before
cool.
we get to Nest, how freaked out were you guys when you got to see baby tyrants in the fucking orphanage?
Ooh. That's basically what they were, like a shaved head, red-eyed baby tyrant girl monsters.
That can't die. One of them falls through the roof, breaks its neck, and gets back up.
Yeah, it does like the Game of Thrones thing with like the white jumping off a cliff and then just immediately getting back up.
Yeah. Also, everybody that is complaining about that thing taking too long, I get through that in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
The fastest I've gotten through is 7 minutes.
So, I don't know. I saw someone do this, and it's worked for me every time. Other people have said it doesn't work, and I understand it. You do everything. You skip the first scene, go back, go into the thing, get under the bed, get back down, get under, wait for it to drop, go in through the door, and then run to where they are, turn around, and then as soon as you get to the door, don't go back out in the other room. You'll hear a slam.
You'll hear the door close.
Go back in, get the key, come back down, and then run for the
beeline
door.
it. Yeah.
Yes, that does work.
Don't go back
Yeah,
and
it works.
hide. Don't go back and hide. because as long as you stand there and get all the way over, the little baby tyrant will get up. You'll be able to shoot the key in. They'll run that way, and you'll be able to get down, and you skip the whole fucking hiding section.
Yeah, like I mean, I get people saying that's probably the least enjoyable bit to do on the replay, and I get that, but also yeah, it is like 3 to 7 minutes, not that bad.
I'm hearing people claiming that section takes 20 minutes. I'm like, do you fall asleep?
Okay, 27. What? No, it's not 20 minutes.
It does not take 20 minutes. Oh my god.
No.
Like it's
It didn't take me 20 minutes the first time I played it.
No.
If you want a bigger pain in the butt, replay RE7 and remember that you can't skip any of the cutscenes. That still apparently takes time on the clock for speed runs.
But
that's more annoying.
By the way, for any of those people that don't care about so-called quote unquote cheating, just install the Leon mod, and you get through. It skips it for you. You don't have to play as Chloe.
Yep. Although
it also skips the opening prologue, though. It skips a couple of Grace sections too.
Although that
it
prologue
skips the water treatment plant.
No, don't skip the water treatment
plant.
It
skips it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not like you don't have the choice to play it or not. It's because you're playing as Leon, so it just skips it.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, like, also, I would love to know when they got rid of the creepy
Which was fine
church
for me on my 6 plate.
In the bottom of the orphanage, because it's not there in 2.
Yeah, that was not there when you go down there as Claire, so I guess there's, like, another nest, because clearly when you get to Ark, that is not the same laboratory you went down as Chloe, so I guess...
They must have changed the overall entrance and where you go down or close that off, because the church isn't there in 2 and you just go further down. You go down an elevator, so there must be just an elevator to go down, because you never go up to get into Nest like everybody else did. We went further down.
How much money do they put in the infrastructure of this damn place? You keep building secret labs underneath the sewer system, under the churches, under the... Yeah, Jesus, man.
But, yeah, that was a really cool thing to show the clones and stuff like that.
That was interesting, yeah, for sure.
What did we all think of Nest? And were you happy?
Oh no, wait, we didn't talk about the highway scene.
Oh, the Resident Evil 6 reference.
Yeah, the RE6
favorite thing.
That was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite levels too.
On stream, I point blank said no one can say the excuse that they can't remake 6.
Nope.
Yeah.
This is RE6 but better.
The RE6 apology tour, like Max called it.
That section alone went, nope, you can redo 6. If you can make the dumb action this fun, and not the version of the bike chase that's in 6 where you're facing awkward camera angles trying to zip through cars. No.
I got scared that they were gonna just be like, okay, this isn't on rails, you have to control everything. I was so scared of that because I was like, oh, I don't know about this with like Resident Evil.
The best part was the slow realization where it's like, no, we're not going to 190 degree up a building. This is literally something out of Resident Evil, I think, Retribution, the movie. It's like, oh my god, we're doing it.
No, we're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
It's Leon.
And, like, we're even doing a wheelie because Leon got to show off.
Absolutely. And the fact that and I love the fact that, obviously, there's been some dogs that have just been living there for forever because they're full-blown, like, giant wolves now.
Yeah, I love that the T-virus apparently also acts like radiation in like a sci-fi movie because everything's giant now. Like those spiders weren't tested on; they just, I guess, ate T-virus and became super monsters.
Yeah, they had to because Kiona, I don't know if you clocked it in the original Resident Evil timeline, an actual nuclear bomb hit.
Yeah.
In the remake timeline, it was a thermobaric bomb.
Okay.
So there's no nuclear fallout. It was a heat
bomb
that killed all living organisms within blank. That's why there's a good chunk of the city standing.
And then it turned out that it wasn't even...
What was that?
It was like the connections that did it too,
yeah,
according to this game.
Simmons and the president that did it to cover up something, and then no, it was blank and blank that told Simmons to get the president.
This game also references RE6 way more than you would reasonably think. Like, I think before that, RE8 just had some offhand note about, like, some crazy things happened in China once, and that's about best you're going to get. This one's like, no, remember that time we assassinated the president? Which, if you haven't played RE6, you'd be like, they did what now? Yeah. If you play RE6, you're like, oh yeah, the opening scene where Leon just wastes the president going, no, stop going, Mr. President, no.
The Resident Evil 6, the entire game that happens because some guy named Simmons really badly wanted to fuck Ada Wong. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. God. There's not an ounce of sarcasm in my voice.
That's the whole game. He made a clone just a simp.
He literally turns a woman to look like Ada Wong because he's a fucking simp, and a good chunk of the game is trying to prove and chase which between the two Adas you're doing all this shit.
Jesus.
So yeah, the fact that they referenced 6 so confidently was fascinating to me.
Yeah, they can do it all the way up, and now there's fucking chatter from Dust Golem that they remake the Revelations games, and that Revelations 1 is being turned around, which makes me think that they're never gonna have Jill in a new game. They're just gonna remake their old games with her in them. Anyway, I'm not talking about that now.
Probably.
So
But yeah, the highway bit's fantastic. It's RE6 but better. Also, I mean, it ends with a motorcycle joust. How can you not love that?
I love it so much.
They're literally like, okay, you're gonna line up the end of this hallway, then I'm gonna this is the end of the highway, and we're gonna just run at each other and see what happens.
yes,
Another part of the game that really got me, the first playthrough in particular, especially, was that first bit on the streets of Renwood with Leon.
Oh yeah, the first outbreak scene, which again
Because
feels kind of RE6 like actually.
yeah, because of all of that, like all of the tension that you got with like Marie chasing after Grace and everything in that opening bit, like, or no, was it even that, or did it just wait?
No, it's first. It's
What
like
part?
first
So
you
no,
went
it was the tension about the hotel. It was the tension of the hotel,
and then it
all
cuts
the
to Leon outside
quietness.
going like, "Oh well, I gotta
And
go."
then it cuts to Leon, and you're just going through like there's like crowds and there's people on the streets and everything, and I'm just like, the music was really good in that bit.
Oh yeah, you can also save anyone being attacked by the
Music
zombies.
was
There's none
great.
that's scripted to die.
Yeah, it was very RE6 to me, and it just felt, but it felt better than RE6.
Well, yeah, the RE6 but better is a lot of those action bits.
There was a bunch.
Yeah.
This is a bunch of the
So
proof
good.
where, like, now we could literally remake any of the games and it can work. Like literally.
Yeah.
Any of them.
Yeah,
Like,
really.
With Luis and 4, they showed that they can make a competent AI companion, which I never had the bad luck with Sheva that everybody else did. So I'm going to state that now. All you fuckers that got bad luck with Sheva just had bad luck. Because I never had that problem. She was competent as fuck when I played with her.
I just remember though that bit, the relief that I felt playing as Leon, the relief that I felt, where I was like, oh my god, it's third person, it's wonderful. There are crowds of people, yes, but I can competently and confidently fight back against these zombies, and it felt
the game
good.
cuts back and forth between like RE7, RE8 style, like slow first person, and then just RE4 on steroids.
Yeah, it just felt so great.
I don't know how they managed to make you play through the same areas with 2 different characters and make it feel that much different depending on your perspective, because I played through 8 again on first person and I didn't feel like it was different. I was in third person, that was it. But
yeah,
like, it genuinely felt different playing through an area as Grace in first person and different as an actual.
And you can swap perspectives, by the way. That's fantastic.
Yes, you can.
And they're all playable. Although I will say Leon in first person is a little clunky since there's so many enemies that can jump up behind you, but you can still do it. It's totally fine. And Grace in third person works as well as first person. It's great.
I love seeing all the animations, all the little animation.
There's a lot more bonus animation.
Yeah, with
like her tripping over herself while running.
It does in third person. She's genuinely faster in third person because of those animations.
She is,
but enemies are also faster too.
They are, but it depends. You can get like in Insanity, it is genuinely recommended to do it in that first chunk in third person because 99.99 repeating, she's going to catch you if you aren't in third person. Because of how much faster Marie is.
That we didn't talk about that section enough, but like that entire opening bit with Marie is fantastic. The nurse's station where you got to get like the screwdriver by moving like a table and like some items, and if you push them too fast, it will actually fall off and it will alert her, and you can actually get through that without knocking anything over. It takes like 5 minutes, but you can do it. I didn't do that.
Did you guys see the video where the person actually waits for Marie in that room and literally like lines itself, and then she knocks it into you, and you can just climb up it and just get the wrench or get the screwdriver? I mean,
you get the screwdriver.
I love that.
Did you wait for her to chase you? You wait until she comes out the door. Because if you wait for her to come, it then skips her busting through the door when you're going to go get the fuse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love that if you keep running back into that starting room too many times, she will snatch the light bulb and like, you're screwed now.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I saw another person where they actually turned off the light in that first room where she chases you and you run back into it. So they actually turned off the light, let her come in the room, and then just used their flashlight and just like looped her around the little couch in the center of the room, the little table.
Oh yeah,
it was so funny.
that last bit in the basement when you have to get that third plug and she drops from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. You can just loop her.
No, the easiest part, don't even loop her. When you take it out, go back, plug it back in, and she'll drop, be hit by the light, go right back up. It skips that whole thing.
Oh yeah. There's so many little strats and stuff. Yeah, it's
yeah.
Right. Strategies.
Now, how happy were you guys? Genuinely happy that you got to see Lickers?
I was very happy because it's been a long time if we don't count the remakes.
Oh, dude, I was so happy to see the Licker when that guy with the shield was coming at me. Let me tell you.
Oh my god, the game release says like, oh, you can release the things in the room. Like, what's in the room? Oh, I see.
Yes.
My favorite thing was seeing this guy play through it on YouTube on Insanity, and he goes, okay, I'm gonna release the Licker. And he does, and then he goes like, oh shit, they killed it.
I love that we now know apparently what the going rate of a Licker is now. It's $17 million.
Yeah, we got
apparently
prices, and everyone from Stars and Leon and Claire have racked up quite a fucking fee. I will say, other than a few, like, one or two things in 6, like a tank or whatever, it was kind of cool to just shoot not infected dudes with guns.
Yeah, if you told me that there's going to be a big segment where you got to fight dudes with guns, I would have been like, oh, what are we doing? The alien, like, colonial marines thing? Oh, Jesus. No, actually, that section's not too long, and it's also pretty well done.
Yeah, and it, like, makes sense. No, the connectors are like, no, fuck this guy. Go
Dude,
take care of him.
The elite forces are tough on Insanity.
Holy crap. They take a good amount of bullets, and there's about 10 of them you gotta fight.
Again, I will reference that video that I saw of the guy playing on Insanity without using any kind of cheats or anything. He didn't even use like infinite ammo or anything. And when he's playing against them, he's like, I feel like I'm playing Call of Duty on Verdansk right now.
I wouldn't even say that. But, like they actually seem to be using like, okay, I wouldn't say that's like military tactics, but they actually do seem to be backing up and actually covering their flanks. And they actually
were.
The AI is a lot better with those soldiers than the zombies.
Oh, 100%. And what now? I will tell you. I kind of half expected to possibly see another Tyrant because they did launch like 6 of them. I don't remember if that's said in a novel or where it said, but it was canonically said that the one that you fight was not the only one. There was multiple of these BOWs sent into the city to just clean shit up. And so when that dropped, I was like, okay, cool. That was a flashback to 2. Then we got rid of Plant 43. I was like, okay, that was cool. The one that I was not expecting, and I genuinely jumped out of my fucking chair in excitement, is when you're walking down that fucking hallway and Hunk walks out the door.
Oh my god, me too. That was the best thing. I was literally like, the moment you see the red goggles on like that gas mask, went like, no way. And then Keith Silverson's voice came out. I'm like, oh my god.
I'll eliminate the
so explain to me who Hunk is and why he's called Hunk.
Human unit never killed.
That's what it actually means.
Makes sense.
He is just
nicknamed Grim Reaper.
Nicknamed the Grim Reaper. Like,
he's like the elite soldier of USS Umbrella Security Service, and like he always gets the mission done, even if everyone around him dies.
Is he the guy? Is he the main guy who like survives in like Umbrella Corps?
Yes, that, and also RE2 and
the RE2 Ghost Survivors thing. When you go through the Fourth Survivor with him. You fight all the way through the fucking sewers and come back out, and then there's a guy in the helicopter in front of the RPD. He's like, I told you to leave. He's like, I had to come back. I wanted to meet the Grim Reaper. Hunk is none to be fucked with. That man does not. So, like, when they're like, I am a half-dead Leon Kennedy, and you are going to have me fight fucking Hunk right now. That is Leon walking, and then a, like, full body capacity health John Wick walks out the other door. That's essentially what that is. But, like, with more training than John Wick had to certain degrees. But then when you fall out... Go ahead.
Does he have powers? Is he a
No, he's just that good.
A fucking freak.
He's just that good. He has a superpower he's just that good.
Yeah,
that was one thing that was one thing that I didn't know about too much about, other than I knew that like obviously I was like, okay, there's something special about this guy, and then I didn't realize that he was actually the guy from like Umbrella Corps and Resident
yeah.
Evil 2 and everything. I didn't realize that until
Yeah, his
after
su-
the fact.
his-
Also, Code Veronica, they make an offhand mention that he trained all the people on Rock Island or whatever.
His superpower
Okay.
is that his name is fucking Hunk. That is
He's also
Yeah.
in RE4 Mercenaries, where he's like the most
Yeah.
overpowered character, where he just goes around snapping people's necks.
But like,
So
when
I
you-
probably looked like an idiot on stream when I was like, I don't
No.
even know who Hunk is, but
No,
apparently
it's
his name is Hunk, and apparently, like, yeah, okay.
It's
Maybe he's a
fine.
hunk under that helmet. I don't know.
Oh, you never get to see what he looks like, to my knowledge.
No, he's like Master Chief.
No, you get down and like when you fall
Yeah.
over and he reaches
respect
for
it.
his pistol and he looks down, he's like, "Nope,
Mhm.
we're doing this for real. Like we're about to have fucking commando in this basement right now."
I love it. We basically do the
Yeah.
Krauser fight, but with hatchets.
with hatchets, and then
I
like,
loved the boss fight. I loved it.
Oh, it's so good, and like
Even with
Leon
no
as the
background
enemy,
in it.
Yeah, we finally meet, and then they're going through all this, and you fucking snatch the hatchet into his throat and then rip the bitch clean through.
And then you get his hatchet. I
Yeah.
was like,
The
the
best
first time
hatchet
I
in the
played
game.
it, I was like, oh my god, I got a new hatchet. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
that
amazing.
hatchet's fucking.
Also, I love how they never call him Hunk, because of course, why would Leon know that?
No,
But
it is the
he
commander.
clearly is Hunk, because if you look at his hand, he also has the Raccoon City syndrome thing, and well, he was a survivor.
Yeah, and, you
And
go into
if
the game
one of the
files
kill
and it's
animations he
all
has for
Hunk.
you is literally snapping your neck, just like in Mercenaries. He even does like the jazz hands.
Yeah,
Nice,
and his
nice.
file code names is literally Hunk because someone data mined it, and he's Nick in his file coding is Hunk.
Nice.
Not that I need to be told that, because like, once again, he's the only Resident Evil character I am aware of that's never actually changed his voice actor.
Ah,
Once-
Never. It's
Once
always
they've
been
got-
Keith
I know,
Silverstone.
once
Always
they've
been
gotten
Keith Silverstone.
Once they've gotten appropriate age, I'm not counting Sherry changing because they were a child. Sherry
Mhm.
adult has always had the same voice actor.
Although actually,
Yeah.
Sherry Adult was also the voice actor for Sherry Child in Operation Raccoon City. Somehow.
Nice. But yeah, I don't count Sherry Child changing from Sherry Adult, so I count Sherry as the other stayed the whole way through. But
That's
yeah,
the bigger shocker too. It's like, okay, we're bringing back Sherry Birkins, and it's the RE6 voice actress too.
Yeah, so it's like Keith and I'm blanking on what the
Her name's
fuck
like
her name
Eden
is.
something.
But like they're one of the only I believe there's a third one that I'm blanking on, but the only ones that changed when they went to non-union voice actors.
Mm. Mhm.
I mean, it's just Mr. Silverstone just really likes playing the Grim Reaper.
Well, he also likes playing him, and what did he maybe the amount of voice lines he had, maybe a half of a day for each time in each game.
That's true. He doesn't like
So-
talk a whole lot.
For union protections, he was like, "We need you for 2 hours." He's like, "I suppose I can do that."
I'm pretty sure Raccoon City, Operation Raccoon City is probably the most amount of dialogue they ever gave him because he's in the first level.
Yeah. But yeah, the fight with that, and then when you finally get back up, it's so good. The chunks with Grace, where you get to whip the acid vials at the liquors and stuff, and the fact that I found it that when I found out you could use a hemolytic ejector on a fucking liquor, that turned into Assassin's
That's
Creed
crazy.
real quick. I was
Yeah,
like, I'm still
that's
killing
crazy.
every fucking liquor, just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, that's as tough as she gets. She's like throwing acid at like 2 or 3 liquors, like which is
Yeah.
for the average person, that's pretty great.
Yeah. The one thing I will say though that I'm genuinely disappointed in,
Mhm.
it's because the amount of shit that RE3 Remake gets, almost every fucking streamer that I watched play that game did not recognize the chunk where you switch from Leon to Grace when you're in Nest is the place where Jill killed Nemesis.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Because you see the arrow shot through the sludge and the fucking walkway up to where you get to blanking
Oh, like that.
on his
Oh, great.
name.
The garbage area that looks like the Resident Evil 8 like factory bottom. That area.
When that crane fucking thing, you gotta lift for Leon to get out. That is the exact room where they killed the final form Nemesis in 3 Remake.
Shit, I didn't even notice that. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you see the path that gets blown through it by the fucking railgun that Jill uses.
Yeah, the railgun. Yeah.
Yeah, then you got the little fucking observational what the fuck it who's it area up there where they ran out to go after Carlos and Nikolai. Yeah. Everyone, I will defend that game till I die. If the only reason
Me too.
you say that RE3 Remake is bad because it is got stuff cut from 3, then you're not actually judging the game on what the actual fucking game is. Because if
That's right.
RE3 original did not exist and you just had this game, it's a good game.
It's a good game.
The only grudges on it are you're comparing it to another game. It is still a good
I
game on its
agree.
own.
I agree.
It's a good
It was
game.
my first. Dude, that was the game that got me into Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Was RE3 Remake. That was the game.
It's a good game. Like, it's not my ultimate favorite Resident Evil game, but I do like it quite a bit. I agree.
Yeah, and then the other complaint I get is, well, you could beat that game in like an hour. So can you with every fucking game since RE2. If you
Every game you can beat in like 90
If
minutes,
you
2
wanna
hours.
do, yeah. if you
There's a reason why
wanna,
there's an achievement for always speedrunning these games.
Yes, if you're gonna be doing
Mhm.
that, you're a fucking idiot if that's what we're judging it on.
Every time you play a Resident Evil game, it's like, wow, that took me like 20 hours. How'd you do that one fast? And then like
Yes.
it's the playthrough before. Oh, that's how you do it.
Yeah, and now when I'm not even trying
Yeah.
to speedrun it, I'm getting fucking 5 hours without trying. So I'm like, you learn this shit over time. Like my
Mhm.
speedrun is 3 hours, like 3 minutes under 3 hours.
Yeah, mine's 3
Nice.
hours, 7 minutes. So yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the final. The fact that we get through everything, and this is what's going to go on to be later, because I was like, you motherfuckers, this should have been a different character. The very last boss fight you have is a nemesis.
It's a
And
redux of the RE3 Nemesis at that.
And it's I'm sorry to tell you, it's a worse version of the Nemesis fight in 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad boss fight, but I would say it's not as memorable, although it's also not as painfully hard on the hardest difficulty, which I thank you for that, Capcom.
It's nowhere near as hard on the normal difficulty, though, either.
No.
Yeah.
That's the easiest boss fight in the entire fucking game, in my opinion. I slaughtered that boss fight. And, again, because I go to the Patrick Boyven school of playing Resident Evil games, you don't spend a thing unless you need to. You don't bring heals with you on a regular, you don't do this, you don't that, and you don't shoot the Magnum unless you're planning on killing a fucking boss. I got through the entirety of Leon's section post the care center and never fired the Requiem once.
I think I ended with like 23 Requiem bullets, so it's like, by the end, it's like, what else am I going to shoot it with?
I got to Gideon with 19 Requiem rounds.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think I had like 12 auto heals.
Annihilated him. It also didn't help that I shot him, took the RPG, and then hit him with that. And then you just flex burst, get through all that, and then on my second playthrough, I deflected the fucking rocket back at him.
Yeah, that's one of those where it's like, you can parry an RPG rounds. I did that by accident. I literally went like, what?
Because a partial perfect parry is you take the axe up and it deflects upward. If you perfect parry it, you fire the sumbitch back at him.
Oh,
It
that's
makes
amazing.
No sense, but it happens.
He uses the force. All I can say.
Absolutely. All right.
He's just
so-
that good. He's just that
He's
damn
just that good. He's just that good.
But in that level, when you get Elpis out, and I accidentally did the bad ending first.
Oh, what
Did it
was
tell
your
you to go
reaction
back?
Well, it
Well,
does,
tells-
but like,
yeah, go back
you
into
got to
the
watch the
original.
scene before it tells you to go back.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
here's the one bad thing that I'll admit with everyone. Like, if you don't put this on a flat surface, when it gave me the option, I fucking set my controller down, got up, and went, I don't fucking know what to do, and then it automatically hit the R2 to
Oh, no.
do destroy
Oh, no.
Elpis. So I went, okay, I guess sure, and then it did that, and that happened. So then I went back. Traumatized my entire fucking stream, and then I went back and
I love that the game literally goes like, "Did you enjoy that ending? Do you want to change it?" It's like, is this a rhetorical question?
Absolutely, but so
I was so okay. I was so torn.
Mhm.
The first time that I played it. The first time that I played it, though, I did not choose destroy. I did not get the bad ending. I got the good ending. And then going back and replaying it and getting to that part, it didn't give me the chance to redo it after I got the bad ending the second time. But it was so funny because like I was stuck there for a good some good minutes, I think, where I was like I was talking to Pringle when I was playing it, and I was just like, I don't know what to do. I was like, chat, what should I do? And then I like listened to it and I was like, okay, so obviously it's gonna be release Elpis. But I was so curious because I was like, I promised Leon I would destroy it. I'm a person of my word, but it just seemed like they were saying to release, and so I did the release option the first time.
Like when you release Elpis, And
Yeah.
I was screaming at her after you find out it's an antiviral. I'm like, why are we taking 20 minutes to inject Leon with that right now?
I know. Yeah, for real.
Why are we doing? But
Inject him already.
Yeah, but when she finally realizes it, and like, I thought maybe I didn't know Gideon was going to be coming back because there's a fucking Wesker clone there, or he's not a Wesker clone
for
because
real.
he has fucking Raccoon City syndrome, unless he has the most unlucky clone possibility where they had to take Wesker's DNA, but since you didn't have Ouroboros, you got hit with the fucking Raccoon City virus.
I think that's the implication. That's why one of my best lines of the whole game. You're nothing but an imitation.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he's based off of his original genetic code before he got Ouroboros, so
Yeah.
Raccoon City virus affected him. But
Yeah.
when we're getting ready to have that boss fight and she hits him with that injector and cures him, in my brain, I am watching Forrest Gump run clean out of his leg braces going, I get to fight you with a fully healed Leon Kennedy. Leon, get up right now! I'm gonna whoop his ass! I was like, oh my god, the bell just rang and I got prime Rocky Balboa right now. You're fucking dead, dude. There's no way I'm losing this. And I whooped his fucking ass.
Then he dies before the bell can even ring.
Oh yeah, it's done. It felt like you never get that moment in an RE game. They had a lot of like brand newish moments that I'm like, you guys can make these games for forever because you keep thinking of new shit. But yeah, it was so good. But speaking of new shit, what is everyone's opinion on Grace?
Best new character.
I was waiting to see if you liked them more than Ethan.
I think I like her more than Ethan, and I like Ethan a lot.
Oh, I like her more than Ethan.
Grace might be
by far.
Grace might be because like it's like Jill, Chris, and Leon and Claire all share collectively second in a hodgepodge depending on my day. Grace is 5.
Wow, that's pretty good for one game.
The voice acting alone.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Like this woman did special care to look into psychiatric, like people with stress disorders and all this other stuff. I think she forgot what game she was voice acting for.
Yeah, she feels like she's voice acting for like Last of Us quality. Now, we're not talking about Resident Evil.
Because I'm telling you now, if y'all introduce a new character and they don't voice act as good as that woman did for Grace, they're gonna get shit on.
What's amazing is that's her first vocal performance. Angela St. Albano, like she's like a minor actress that's been, I think, industry. I think it was like that's it. She's not a voice actor.
Been in shows.
No,
yeah.
She needs to do more. Yeah, she needs to do more. And
like I have never heard a character sound that terrified in a genuine way. Like genuinely, every time something's popping out at her, she sounds like she's about ready to have a heart attack, panic attack at the exact same time. And you know what? I get it. I get it.
That, and secondly, Emily's voice actor.
Oh yeah, she's appearing like an Irish like a voice actress. Not that I could ever tell with the way she talks.
Holy fuck. Every time that girl opened her mouth, I'm just like, you're the sweetest angel on the planet. And if anything happens to you, I am burning this game down. When that midpoint happened, I almost quit the game. Like, I was this close to just turning the stream off because how pissed I was.
Yeah, there's 2 bits where like that voice actress gets a shine, and the first one is obviously the flashback when her mom gets killed, which that scene was so well acted. I was like, I don't think I want to replay that. I'm just gonna keep skipping that cutscene when I replay it because it's like this is so actually painfully realistic of a child losing their mom. I feel like I'm getting triggered right here. I lost my mom when I was a kid, so it's like not fun.
Big fans of another franchise. Do you know who else Alicia Ashcroft voice acts?
At first I thought it was Maggie Robertson because her inflection sounded similar, but then when I actually looked it up, I went, "Oh my god! I did not know that was Jane Perry, who plays Diana Burnwood in all the recent Hitman games."
Not just that. That is Rogue from Cyberpunk.
Oh, that's her too. I didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's Rogue from Cyberpunk. That blew my mind.
That makes sense.
Subsequent playthroughs, I'm like, motherfucker, I can hear it now.
Yeah, I can. Now that I hear the way she talks, it does that very calm and confident voice, like when she's telling Agent 47 to kill something. Like, yeah, I can hear it now.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because I came to terms with the whole Emily changing thing. I think beforehand because I knew as soon as she got she got hurt in the helicopter crash, and then you're like taking her down, and then like into the water treatment plant and all that stuff, and then like when we got to that bit where she transforms and everything, and you're playing as Leon and you have to kill her, I'm like, Grace, I hear you, but no, this poor baby, like, she's not her anymore. It's not her anymore. I just kept saying it.
I also noticed something on my second playthrough. I don't know how it is on PC, but on controller, it will not let you hit her in certain areas.
It will not do that on console either. If you try to aim for like the heart area, it doesn't actually go there. It goes above or below it.
That's true. You miss her vitals.
Yeah, when he says he didn't hit your vitals, and everyone's like, and then I'll see everyone, he shot her in plenty, and then I'm seeing all these people shooting her in the fucking kneecaps and elbows because it won't let you hit him there. I'm like,
I shot her here. Yeah. I'm sure that I shot her like here, and maybe a little bit in that whatever the hell that was like their mouth or whatever. But like, I didn't shoot her in like her brain. I didn't shoot her in her heart.
To be fair to Leon, when you say vitals, they probably thinks eyes because he's so used to giant eyes popping out at him.
Well, there's that, but also this is the first time that I've seen a Resident Evil monster work on Attack on Titan rules when they transform.
Yes, most of the time it's like a permanent transformation. This one's like, I guess
also,
not.
True.
The person normally transforms into the said giant monster, not the said giant monster comes out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the closest thing to it is fucking Rat Boy in 5.
Well, I guess you could also argue that Heisenberg in 8 because he just does that transformation on his own.
He does, but then he becomes the thing. Heisenberg isn't Attack on Titaning him from the inside.
Oh no, he is the machine. Although I feel like he could probably come out of that if he wanted to, I guess.
But this is the first time I've seen where the carcass cracks open and just the little girl's in a protective cocoon inside it.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen them do that with a character. They're normally just the fucking blob monster and then they're dead. Like with Maria, when you got her with the light, she melted into a pool of nothing because she was that big thing. She wasn't mech fighting you with this fucking thing. But
Yeah, they planned for it.
Yeah,
they planned it.
Everybody think of Snake Boy Gideon?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic. I love that his voice goes back and forth between ASMR scientist and I'm going to eat this entire room and smile with all the splinters in my mouth ham.
Yeah.
Okay, there was the weird bit where did you think that he saw Grace in the underground laboratory in the experiment laboratory? Because the way that he turns was so sudden.
No,
I thought like he saw her.
Like, I'm gonna celebrate for 5.2 seconds and then I must walk out of the room.
Yeah.
As the kids say, he locked in.
It could be weird, but I will say
it's just weird to me.
He's also a weird individual.
I mean,
he is.
By the way, he has like a cell phone. Looks like a Verizon wireless like cell phone. What the hell is his like plan? Yes, I want to buy your newest smartphone.
I spent the money on everything else. Okay, there was not much left in the Nest budget.
He's like, yes, Xeno. That was the thing though. That was like the first mention of Xeno, and then I was like, who the hell is he talking to? Xeno. And then like
the first time where they said Xeno, didn't they say just Z on a note somewhere?
Yeah, it's in the room before you get to that in like the helicopter.
Oh, true. That was like the first actual mention of Xeno, but then he like mentioned his name and
his actual name,
yeah, and then I was like, oh, okay.
So and then Gideon I thought was really good.
Gideon was hilarious.
He's great.
And boss fight, not great.
So funny.
As a character, he was very good. I wish we would have seen him a touch more.
Although he shows up more than like recent RE antagonists compared to like Mother Miranda or Evelyn.
Mother Miranda.
He does, but like I feel like I got less time with him than Domitrescu. And she's
to be fair, she gets to stalk you around the area. He probably should have been a stalker, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I felt like I got less time with him than any of the four lords, and that includes Benevento.
Oh well.
If you count the puppet, then I can see that.
But he was still effective. Yeah, I just wish we would have got more of them. But
it's true. You get more time with Marie, I think, even than him.
You do.
Yeah.
Right, like a long shot, you do. Like the entire care center, you only see him twice.
Twice?
Okay. Count the care center.
And then once with Leon.
No, there's 4 scenes. There's into his scene where he grabs Leon, and then the scene where he tortures him, the scene where he runs, Grace runs into him, and he's like all
Grace
nice,
runs
going
into
like,
him,
"Hey, you
You're not,
see what's under this hood?"
guaranteed to see that scene either, so I don't count that one as much because I missed that scene 4 times.
Oh,
I
wow,
missed it
yeah,
the
you-
first few times.
If
Yeah,
you go there with Emily, yeah, you won't get that scene. You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking weird.
Which is,
If you
yeah, that's a great scene where he's like, "You want to see what's under this hood? You want to see where I got these scars?"
even if you don't do it with Emily, you can still miss it. It depends on what order you get shit in. If you go and get the corrosive first and then go in there, you miss the scene where he's in there.
Also, one of the scenes where Grace gets to show off how smart she is by just kicking open the door and then like hiding under the couch.
I've never seen anyone in a horror movie do that ever. Just push the door open and dumb fuck goes, "You had to go that way." Like, you'd see her running down the steps, my dude. Just look.
They do a really good job subtly showing she's smart. She's just kind of an anxiety mess.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. As she should be. I would be too if... Also, random murderer guy who got shown to be big in the trailer and is only in the game for roughly 2 minutes.
You mean
Right?
zombie assassin?
Yeah, zombie assassin that everyone thought was Leon.
I remember all that, and it turned out to be it was a zombie assassin.
Oh my Lanta, the amount of dumb.
They just did that with Chris. They're not gonna have Leon go and randomly kill someone important to the
No, they learned the
protagonist.
lesson that time.
No, they can't. Like, can't have another character show up and ruin the game that you would have ended in 15 minutes if you would have talked for 2 seconds.
No,
Exactly.
he'll just show up at the very end, and everyone's gonna go, "There goes Chris, being an asshole, not showing up until the last minute." That's just his character.
That is his character.
Sadly, not punching a boulder though.
Sadly not, but it is in canon. So I want, when they get to 5, I want Sheva to be a little bit more kooky with giving Chris about his strength feats so that it is somehow in canon that Sheva is the person that told someone that Chris punched a boulder. Like, I just want that to be a canon thing that Sheva's like, yeah, you did it.
Although, going by apparently RE9, Reddit exists in this universe. So how do we know it wasn't just a Redditor going, "Guys, did you see that guy with the boulder? Oh my god."
But somebody had to get it out to him. There was only 3 people that saw him punch that boulder, and one of them exploded in a volcano. So either Chris or Sheva said it, because Jill and Josh didn't hear it or see it.
This opens so many questions. Like, what the hell does Reddit look like in this universe?
I don't know, but it would be awesome. I hear some of those bio creatures have got the best. Anyway,
R/slash advice. Hey guys, I grabbed this T virus and jammed it into my arm, and I don't feel too good. What now?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so the Pale Imitation himself, the classiest dressed motherfucker in the most recent Resident Evil game, Xeno, with the most over dramatic pistol I've ever seen in a video.
Oh my god, it's the John Wick 4 dueling pistol, but with like a barrel about the size of like the Joker from Batman '89.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna do a playthrough at some point when I've gotten through some other games where I use only the weapons that you can buy from the store. And that thing's going to be one of them. When you're fucking cranking that thing open like a shotgun to insert the fucking...
Yeah, shotgun, dueling pistol,
Destiny
rifle.
2 gun.
It's so dumb. What did
It's literally like one of the... It's literally like some of the hand cannons in Destiny 2.
Oh, yeah. So what
I don't know, it's called the Redemption. It's like, ain't getting his redemption.
What did we think of Wesker's try-hard brother?
Which, okay, I have to mention this because this just boggles my mind. Technically speaking, Xeno showing up in this game and having the same voice and face as Wesker, but not being Wesker, technically speaking, actually ties up a loose end from Umbrella Chronicles. Somebody at Capcom cared enough to tie up a loose end from Umbrella Chronicles.
Technically. But, yeah, I tell you, the feeling I got when that fucking care center door opened up and I saw a Wesker-looking individual and then he had the same voice as the guy from 4, I don't know how to properly describe what my feeling was.
I think my jaw unhinged like a snake.
It was until I saw the fucking whatever and then I heard him be called Xeno, I was like, if you open this door and you call that motherfucker Albert, I am walking out of this room after I turn this game off, and I'm going to attempt to process how that fucker survived a volcano.
The moment I read a note that's like, so Spencer tried to put blood into zombies to transfer memory, I went, okay, that means someone's going to come back who's dead, but who's it going to
I was like,
be? I did
yeah,
not guess it was going to be.
I was thinking the exact same thing, and I was like, they got to bring back Wesker. It's
Yeah,
got to be
and then it's like,
Wesker somehow.
and apparently, I guess it's like, okay, they use his DNA from probably Spencer Mansion, I'm guessing, and just
Probably.
mix some blood and stuff. He doesn't have his memories, and he's not as powerful as him, but he has his face, and I guess also the T virus because someone screwed up somewhere.
He does have the T virus, but the thing that is weird to me is, correct me if I'm wrong, he didn't have his Matrix powers until 5 when he had Ouroboros.
That is correct. I don't know when he fought in RE Code Veronica. It's just a fist fight. He doesn't actually have that powers.
So we have to wonder if eventually it was just the T virus that allowed him to have Matrix bullet dodging powers, and then Ouroboros just made him really hot. Like, well, I don't.
Although
Or
he doesn't
be a
have as good of
modified
powers
T-virus?
because he does get hit in the hand with a hatchet at one point when they're doing the zzz, which old Wesker would never do that. So I guess it's lesser speed powers.
Or he just didn't think Leon was going to try that.
Or that, or we're going by RE. Well, which movie is it? That Retribution, Afterlife, where it's like, I'm just going to stab you in the forehead with this knife now.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where, again, he's not used to it. He doesn't know what Leon's going to do, because after that hit, Leon never hits him again.
Nope.
So, yeah, and the fact that he fucking noodle jobs his fucking hand back on. But
He doesn't eat them.
The fact that his
Yeah, he doesn't eat them.
suit heals.
Yeah.
He doesn't, just like Ethan.
God, it's so stupid.
Well, to be fair, he was made by the Connections, and the Connections did make the molded.
Yeah. It's just the Connections makes the molded, but it's like connectically, I don't fucking know, because the fucking green goop that you threw on it did the healing, and it's fucking.
So this is like Powerpuff Girls. We're gonna put a little bit of Wesker DNA, a little bit of Ethan DNA, and a little bit of T virus, and oh, this is our creation.
Yeah,
So I'm still a little confused about the Ethan thing. So, like, does he have the mold powers?
I don't believe at all that there's mold in him. That I don't believe at all.
No, he's just dead, but was brought back, kind of like the Baker family. But for some reason, he has more of a heart and a soul because everyone let him. You just go with it.
And he could just reattach his hand?
He only does that because he's a molded man. He doesn't do that until after he's dead.
Okay.
Yeah, just go with it.
What do you mean after he's dead? Because Zeno doesn't die until Gideon.
No, Ethan, I meant is what it.
Oh, Ethan.
Oh, Ethan. Okay, I was gonna say again.
Ethan.
We don't know what Zeno is other than a Wesker clone, so he could have had some other fucking bullshit in him. It's asking clarifying questions in a Resident Evil game is a slippery fucking slope sometimes.
Yes, and also these memory experiments clearly didn't work because he has no memory of being Wesker. He's just a new dude.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm waiting to see what they retcon with that, because the only other person that did memory experiments is a person whose last name is Wesker.
Yes. Although,
so I did. Okay, go ahead.
No, you can go first. Go ahead.
Oh no, well, I'm gonna take it in a different direction, but go ahead first.
What I was gonna say was that it's also fascinating that this is, I think, the third time they brought up. Oh yes, a guy named Brendan Bailey is in charge of the Connections, who is an assistant to Dr. Marcus from that game that we haven't remade yet, but totally will.
Yeah. Who probably helped get Marcus killed, which if you go through the files and all of that, it totally happens, and all this and that and the other thing, but go ahead.
Endgame report is pretty fantastic, where it's like, here's all the plots of RE 0, 1, 2, a little bit of AS 5, 6, and 8, I guess, in there. Actually, there's a decent amount of 8 references. I was very surprised by that.
Well, you have to, because you need to have the start of Umbrella.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Like, the cutest thing was when you get to Spencer's office, and it's like, oh, he has basically an autographed picture of Mother Miranda. That's kind of cute.
Oh, and was that also a reference? Was I correct? And was that also a reference where you get the DNA strand key thing, and you get it out of that the what was the name of the wine?
Sanguine Virginia. That's Lady D's.
That's Lady D's, right?
Yep. Yeah. It even says Essence 1476.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, in the opening Redwood scene, you can see one of the bars that's selling Dolby beer, which is from RE7.
Oh, nice. Yeah. The other thing that I was going to bring up was that I watched a video before coming on the podcast about Xeno and his origins, possibly his origins. And the person was saying, and also just what happened to him in the game too. It like covered everything. And so like the person was talking about how it didn't make any sense when he injected himself with Elpis, because like not knowing that it was a cure or something, like it went against his internal logic or something. Like why would he inject himself with
To
it?
be
whereas
fair,
he wouldn't inject other
RE5
people?
version of Wesker probably would have done that exact same thing too.
And also, in my
I can see
opinion, that is unbelievably dumb because I saw that exact same video. And
Okay.
they're going by the logic of you just got told by 17,000 billion, 80 billion hours of blah, 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 14,000 sources, guaranteed this is a mind control drug.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? Throw it to Leon and be like, you tried first.
I think he thought it's like, I
No,
can
he's
mind control.
going to
I can
take
mind
the
control you if I
fucking
give you the
mind
disease.
control drug. In any situation where he does not take that is fucking logically inconsistently stupid. Because what are you going to do? I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to walk away now, and then maybe someone else in the connections won't let me have it. He's a fucking Wesker. He's going to take the mind control powers for himself.
Yeah, because he would think to use it to mind control other people.
Yeah!
I love that the entire plot of the game can be summarized as, you're overthinking it, stupid.
Yes. The only person who remotely even thought it was a cure was Grace, because she's the only one that has the information that no one else has.
Yeah, he wouldn't think that it's a
Big
cure.
deal of it.
By the way, can I say how much of a troll it is from Spencer to have, like, the password has, like, clearly 20 characters. The actual password is, like, 4 characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's absolutely banking on, well, there has to be a long password because there's 20 characters you can put in.
Yeah, it's
What did you guys think of the twist?
I liked it.
I loved it.
That Spencer and also Grace being
I
just
love that she was
completely
just normal.
normal. So to
I
speak.
I was a little bit annoyed when they're like, so Grace, you're a clone. It's like, okay, we're doing that. All right, sure, I can vibe with it, but okay. But then they double twist back with, oh, actually, she's just nobody. She's actually a perfectly normal person. Who the hell was her parents? I don't know. I don't care. That's great. Doesn't mean that the biggest hero of this game is literally the most literal normal nobody.
Yeah. Do you know what?
I'm ready for her and Rose to come back in the next game and just be like all kitted out like Rambo.
That would have to be like 20 years from now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's in like the year
It'd be
2040.
hilarious. It'd be hilarious.
You wanna know what's really funny?
Her and Emily and Rose.
The fact that this did Rise of Skywalker, but good.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It does because
oh yeah,
I can imagine someone going, "What's your name?" Grace E. Spencer.
Grace Spencer.
As the wheelchair ghost vanishes in the future.
Yeah, because it's like
God.
they did the "I'm a normal person" trope good.
Yeah, they twisted her thinking she's somebody, and then they double twist it back that she isn't. And also, I just like the idea of, okay, basically this universe is Hitler. I was like a little bit sorry about that because it didn't work.
Well, it didn't get what his way was, and he was kind of just like, humanity's not meant to try whatever. The things I wanted is just not going to work out.
Yeah, he's like, I've tried for 50 years, and I'm like a 95-year-old man on my deathbed. Clearly, this was not a well-sound investment. I think I'm done.
I wasted my entire fucking life doing this. It's not going to get me any good graces, but for the love of God, something good come out of this, because I'm just going to whatever, and then gives Grace off. And you're going to have the end toward 9 where either he's going to say the whole sad... It was either they're going to keep the I was meant to be a god, but he's going to say it in a different way where he's more sad about it, where like his whole life's work was whatever. And then they're still going to have the Wesker punching him through the chest saying, now that honor is mine. Or they're going to turn him after that into like dementia-riddled senile old man where he gets mad that nothing happened and he turns into the form of Spencer that gets killed in 5.
They'll definitely write around that.
Yeah. And Emily at the end of the game, at the very end, I mean, when they show the picture of Grace with Alyssa and they show the picture of Grace with Emily,
broke into tears on stream.
And Emily doesn't have cataracts anymore.
Nope. Because they could have cured that whenever they wanted, but they didn't because they went like, we got to do the experiments.
It's the experiments that were keeping her cataracts. So as soon as they got her out, And that was one person pointed out that like a lot of people were like, she's blind. I'm like, no, she's just the most extreme cataracts on the fucking planet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like when she's talking on the phone to Leon, and she's like, yeah, oh, she's doing great. I'm even teaching her how to read. I'm like, you fucker, she a doctor. And we're like, and it cuts to her holding her up. I will say, someone pointed this out, and it's very true. Grace, her eyes are normal in that photo, so that means
mouth though.
time has passed. Not what I'm talking about. Time has passed. Grace, why is she still wearing the gown that she wore in the fucking house she was kept in when she was being experimented on? Why is she not wearing different clothing in that photo?
Oh yeah, she's like wearing like
months later,
like the little white dress thing. It's like, buy her more clothes, please.
She got her another one of the same type of dress, maybe.
This
what's
is
Old
what you
Navy
got
and found the same
experimented
one.
in. Remember, you never got to see it in person because you were blind.
I'm
Oh my
I'm just
God,
gonna just take a
did
guess
that.
and say that they deducted her pay at the FBI.
Also, that's another thing. Everyone's like, their boss is whatever. Okay, the boss is whatever. They were not sending her into a zone where he went, hey, by the way, we know that 16 killers are in this building. Here's a notepad, go. They were expecting to go into a building occupied by police officers for her to look at some samples.
Also, it's kind of clear that the connection people probably sent that guy an email that said, you got to send that Grace girl to this hotel.
Yes, but them saying you sent her to blank to go die, like, he didn't send her into a random shady hotel filled with crack addicts. He sent her to a fucking, like, police-controlled environment. So
and there was another cop there.
Yeah, so when people are like, he's the biggest asshole in the world, he's the real victim, like, no. He sent her to a controlled environment with police officers to collect samples.
The only thing that he did,
to a crack den.
the only thing that I thought was a little asshole-ish was the fact that he was sending her to the place where her mom died. I thought that was a little.
Well, the thing is, he's like, you don't have to go, but can you do it anyway? Which has that very middle manager. Come on.
There is that there, but it's like we're gonna send either our worst person or we're going to send the best person.
Also, it is actually oddly enough accurate that a FBI analyst would not actually have a gun. They don't. They're not field people. They shouldn't have one. That's why she bought her own gun. By the way, the gun she bought is clearly the same type of gun her mom had. So she just bought that gun because mom had the same model.
Yes, and it also shows that, and someone went into the history that apparently that gun is known for being a Sham Master 5000 not well operating pistol. So she kind of bought a shit pistol just because her mom bought one.
Well, her friends were like, well, she has no friends, but like people were like, don't buy that gun. It's a shit gun. Their first paycheck.
Gracie, she's such a nice person. She deserves that. She deserves to have friends. Now she has Leon.
I know, but also I love that that's an actual note where Gideon's like, I tried to kidnap her for years, but like she has no friends. He just goes home immediately and then gets on Reddit for 6 hours.
We have no way to spy on her because she has no connections. Now, also two things. A, the fact that the file she's been working on the entire time in the game was the actual file you get to read at the end is a really
I know, I
touch.
love that.
That's such a great detail.
That was amazing.
And two, who lost their shit when Leon pops a fucking wedding ring on at the end of the game?
I didn't even notice that the first playthrough. It's the second one. I didn't even notice. Hang on. He has a ring.
I was watching him closely because I'm like, he popped his gloves off. So I'm like, why did he? And then I saw him do this, and I was like, telescopic 10,000 of my eyeballs went, that fucker just put a wedding ring on, and my entire chat's lighting up going, like, is there an Ada Kennedy somewhere watching in the fucking, what's going on? And now, I have to ask Helen, because I may have forgotten. Does Hunnigan quit in 6?
She's not in 6. I think she did quit. Yes.
No, she is in 6.
Wait, I thought she wasn't. Oh god, it's been so long since I played that damn game.
Because she is the one talking to Leon, and then Simmons is behind on her shoulders, going, "What are you talking to Kennedy about?"
I have to replay, but then I don't really wanna. But you're right.
Because there's two. The reason why I bring it up is because a lot of people are like, "Okay, he married Ada." I do not realistically, even if they were.
No, he didn't. It's the Batman Catwoman thing. No.
That would, even if they were a couple, I don't see them ever getting a formal fucking marriage. That to me,
it'd be the most dysfunctional couple possible.
That is bonkers to me. Only options, honest to God, that I see, and every one of you fucking weirdos that think that he is married to Sherry.
Because she has a ring on
Now,
too, but I'm sure she's married to someone else entirely
where
different.
does she have a ring on?
It's
In when she takes off the
when she takes
glove.
off her glove, she has a ring on.
Yeah, she has a ring on.
I never saw that.
I only noticed that on my most recent playthrough.
But anyway,
yeah. So
Sherry asks her to adopt him in RE2.
Yeah,
Wait,
that'd be
what?
like, no,
She literally asks
Leon is not one of those
to
people.
be their parents. Literally asks them to adopt her and asks if they're dating.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
no, okay, it's not it's not Sherry then.
No.
it's not
Obviously.
Sherry. No.
Okay.
The biggest troll move is it would be the biggest troll move they could do is if it's Helena Harper.
No, that's the little girl he rescues in 2.
Okay.
Yeah, but
oh no, yeah.
I see 2 options realistically.
Sorry.
Realistically, the third one is random Joe Schmo that works at a supermarket, comes home, and then feeds their kid. My only other 2 options that I can honestly see, and I would love it for be a way to bring this character back in. One, since she's not at the desk anymore, unless I forget, and she quits at the end of 6, which should still be an option, is that he married Hunnigan.
To be fair, he did actually go and ask her to go out on a date.
He did. And then the other one, which I think would be cool to bring her back in, because in my opinion she was a great character, is Helena.
Yes, from RE6.
Those are the literal only 2 options. I could see them having on-off shit with Ada. There's no fucking chance they would ever have a formal marriage. That is bonkers to even think of. I do not actually see them ever doing the thing of where they marry one of the main 4 people together. I can't see them actually doing it. I'd lose my mind. And the other reason of why I can't see them doing it, because in this entire game, Mrs. Claire Redfield isn't mentioned a single solitary fucking time.
You get a gun charm and that's it.
Including conversations between the 2 people that survived Raccoon City with her, and Sherry references Leon saving her.
Yeah. And also, she also goes like, I was like a child, so I don't remember all that very well.
Yeah, but I think you'd remember the girl that had to give you up to the state because... And everyone that thinks that Claire, abandoned Sherry, no, they had to give her up. Leon and Claire and all them weren't going to be allowed to leave. In original context, Leon was forced to work for the FBI and had to give up Sherry. Otherwise, they weren't going to let them go because of what they knew about Raccoon City. People like to forget that.
Yeah, well, I get that because that's an RE6 detail.
But that's the original context. It's a lot, and there's references to that before RE6. I don't remember what it's in, but there's references to it before RE6.
Maybe Revelations too.
But either way, I do not see it being that. The only way I can see them pulling it is him just never trying to be approached by someone, and maybe he's with Ada secretly, but they never actually got married. We will see if Ada is in the DLC, what she says to Leon. That will finally shut up either way of that shipping. Because this would be the first game in history where Leon was in it and Ada wasn't.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But you were going to say, Kiana.
I was going to say, do you think that in the upcoming story DLC, obviously Chris is going to be in it?
I don't know.
I mean, that seems to be what they're pointing towards.
They don't know where Chris is.
What I like is that they actually brought back his squad from RE8, and I double-checked. Same voice actors.
Yep.
Yeah. So do you think that it could be a multi-character DLC, or do you think it's going to be Ada or Leon?
I have no idea.
Here is the rumor from some people that have dug around in files. And in the current build of RE9, there is placeholder and character holder names and builds for Ada and Jill.
Oh shit!
Now, does that mean a mercenaries mode? Which would fit.
Maybe they are doing a mini game before the DLC.
Which would mean very perfectly. Also, they could just turn what the game was originally and just make that the fucking mini game.
The gameplay's good enough for it.
Pop the fucking other characters in, or they're going to put in the character that this game probably should have fucking been about, one Jill Valentine, and make her investigate something with Chris, maybe.
Although I will
don't
say,
know.
hey,
Or it
I
could
like
be
that they
Ada.
did actually tie in Resident Evil. What was it? Outbreak Files now one of the more canon games in the series because of Grace's mom.
It is. But, like, we're going to go into gripes about what I have with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Leon does have some PTSD from Raccoon City. Sure.
As well he should.
As far as Leon being the person with the DSO investigating a kidnapping with Grace, makes sense. Yeah. Absolutely makes sense.
Yes.
Leon being the character that they choose to have be the most connected to Raccoon City out of everyone, to where they give him the chunk with everything, that's a little fucked, in my opinion. Because, and there's people arguing, well, he had the most PTSD. Do you remember what happened to Jill in the entirety of her life in Resident Evil?
Oh my god.
She was literally staking out in her apartment filled with anxiety and pain medication because she was being stalked.
Yes.
Before Nemesis got there.
Yeah. Yeah. They show that clearly.
Yeah, you had to go everything in the Spencer Mansion, and then she had to go through everything with Nemesis, and then had to get mind controlled by Wesker to then go back. To the point of where you have them fight a Wesker clone, a character Leon's never met.
Yeah, not a single person even goes, hey, he looks like that one guy. No one mentions this because no one knows him.
Sherry's never met him either.
She met her son, but like...
Exactly. And she barely knew what the guy's name was. Leon doesn't know what, never fought a Nemesis, but he knows one is, and he doesn't mention who he knows it from. I wonder who he would have found out what Nemesis are from. The character he also didn't meet in 6, because they didn't put her or Claire in 6 either.
I guess they must have met when they would do, what was it, the Death Island movie? That's the first time they've met.
Death Island is the only one. And in Death Island, the movie that came out in relative close proximity to this, to where I'm going to bring up one of my favorite lines in it, where Chris and Leon are at wit's end, tired as fuck, and locked in a cell with a random, panicking, shitting his pants citizen on Alcatraz, and they're not worried, they're laughing. And this guy goes, how are you two so calm? And in unison, the two biggest names in Resident Evil, according to everyone else, goes, we have Jill. They literally treat her like she's the fucking Terminator in that game, in that movie. But nope, let's not even mention that her or anyone with a vagina outside of Sherry exists in that game. Because they don't mention Claire and they don't mention Ada. Leon is in Raccoon City in the RPD and he doesn't mention Claire or Ada?
He has a thing for blonde women, what can I say?
They don't even have... Blonde women?
Well, it's like Ashley and now, I don't know, Grace.
He doesn't mention Ashley either. I was going to say you said blonde woman and then I mentioned a raven-haired woman and a brunette. And you said he has a thing for blonde women.
Well, saving blonde women.
But never has a flashback about Ada. Never has a flashback about Claire. But has a flashback about every other male character that he met in the RPD.
Well, actually, the only female character he has a flashback to is Kendo's daughter.
Yes, but you never see her. In the flashback, he has her in the room and he just screams at him being, you're a cop. They went out of their way to show as few female characters in this game as humanly fucking possible. It's frightening to the extent of which they do not mention female characters. Like, to the degree of where I'm almost sure they had an ultimatum to not mention them. And then people will say, well, they're not mentioning Claire because they're going to do the Code Veronica remake. That's why you should be mentioning Claire.
I know, you would think, right? Yeah.
Why would you not? Because they're going to be like, oh yeah, he mentioned Claire. It'd be really fun to play as her again. We're redoing Code Veronica.
Which I noticed that when you go to the hotel, one of the names in like the textbook is Veronica. Yeah, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
It's just so fucking weird to me about they went so out of their way to not mention female characters. And I'm like, okay, they're going out of their way. And before the game ended, I'm like, they are going out of their way to make sure that they don't mention any other RE characters that are mainline other than Leon to make this Leon's game. And then 2 seconds before the fucking credits rolls, they mention Chris. Yeah. I'm like, okay, so you're just not mentioning female characters. To the point of where everyone also went, yeah, but Claire wasn't involved in this game because she's a reporter now. Hey, guys, did they have like a big giant montage of reporters at the end of the game and then somehow didn't mention the only reporter that was ever actually set foot in fucking Raccoon City and spent most of her life investigating Raccoon City, but didn't show her and her name's Claire Redfield?
Unless she's in hiding?
Nah, she's fine.
She would. The last thing she saw, she was saved by Leon and doing investigations out in the open because that's what fucking Infinite Darkness is about.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. True.
They have Kiona. I know. I'm not trying to make you sound like you don't know. I'm just letting you know they've gone out of their way with so many details to not mention characters that should be fucking mentioned.
It is a little weird.
It's fucking.
It is weird. It is weird.
Astronomically weird how they went out
I
of
get
their
you.
way.
But Captain Redfield has a message for you.
Because like the only thing here is, and I'm going to transition into thinking what we think RE10 is going to be about and what I think it should be about.
Yeah.
Well, clearly going to have the connections because they've been set up as the new big bad guy.
Yes. They have been set up as the big new bad guy, but Helen, you and me both know that just because you introduce something at the end of a game in Resident Evil doesn't mean dick fuck.
Yeah, I was going to say, they barely brought up the ending of RE8. They just say offhandedly, wasn't there like an internal dispute at the BSAA? Yeah. That's putting it mildly.
The internal dispute where it turned out they were using fucking bioweapons, and then Mr. Redfield was very upset, and then we didn't do that for the next game.
I guess the European branch, the American branch have split off.
I don't know.
So, no. I want to say something there, Brock, which is a little bit late after the fact, but like what you were saying is I really don't know anything. I am a casual fan. I have only gone through.
Answer questions.
I've only gone through RE3 remake, and I've gone through Village, and I've gone through this game. That's pretty much it for me. Just the three of those.
Fair enough.
But like, so with Village, right? When does that take place on the timeline? So is that like that's literally before this?
Every game takes place the year it came out.
Not long before.
Not long before, except for Rose's DLC, which would be 20 years in the future,
February 9th, 2021 is when RE8 takes place.
Yeah. So it was. Some of them were like this year, it's the next year, but like barely off of
near future. Let's say like this game.
Yeah. This game is near future. October the 19th, 2026.
Mostly the beginning games were like, realistically, it's 1997, but it's 1998 when the game takes place. They were like funcking with the dates by like a year.
They were messing with it just a little bit, yeah.
These were subsequent leading up to them. So like what I hope for RE10, fucking A, but it's never going to happen. That it involves the BSAA, because I don't want them to fight the connections for the big final what the fuck ever for another 10 games. Because this needs to be the new significant big bad that is doing shit for forever.
Although, by the end of the game, because of the Elpis release, technically this means every single virus in the whole franchise except for 2 are now obsolete, because there's no T virus, there's no G virus, there's no C virus, there's no Ouroboros, there's no T Phobos.
Connections isn't known for viruses.
Nope, they made the molded. And that's fine. And there's also Las Plagas is fine. Everything else is now destroyed.
Yeah. So what I want is for 10 to be about Chris, and for the love of fuck people, Jill, the other main BSAA member, to be fucking taking out or figuring out whatever the fuck is going on with the BSAA. Jill needs to be out of retirement. She needs to be with Chris, and you have not introduced who that female member is, real name, on the Hound Wolf Squad. Make it be Sheva.
Also, since you keep making every game come out the year the game is released, you're gonna need to freaking make these games faster, because Leon's 49. By Resident Evil 20, he's gonna be a 98-year-old man in a wheelchair still fighting stuff.
That's why I'm saying that every now and then they make them be the years they are, because it was really until 7, 8, and 9 that they stuck year for year. Because they needed to be, did 8 come out 4 years after 7? Because that's the gap
Yeah,
in the
because
years between it.
2017 is when RE7 takes place, and RE8 takes place in 2021, which is
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. But,
I remember it's because the game's oddly enough set on my birthday, which was the weirdest. What the hell?
but they need to have Chris. That be the Chris is off somewhere. That needs to be that. They can have the DLCs, which apparently there's supposedly 2, if the leaks are correct, where one's about Alyssa and then one's about random character inside Raccoon City doing something. Which, if that's someone, it's going to be fucking Ada, because there's going to be some scene where she did something to help Leon at some point or whatever. But I
Or they
want
could be an
10.
ultimate troll and be like, "It's the adventures of Dario Rosso."
How?
Well, he didn't die on camera in RE3 remake.
So he's just been stuck in the back of a semi for 30 years?
I guess. Sure. I mean, there's zombies that are apparently in those containers.
He wasn't a zombie, though.
We can cure him because Elpis works.
He wasn't a zombie, though.
Well, so was Emily. He's supposed to be a demon monster, but I guess it's fine now.
I know, but she was infected with something. That's
By
what
the
I'm
way,
getting at. Ross
we've entirely
Rock-
skipped by. Apparently, everyone's lusting over the singer girl zombie.
Well, yes, but I've now gotten past to I mentioned Resident Evil game. X character wants to be fucked by the community.
Yeah, the funniest thing was they clearly were like, okay, we're gonna make the giant stalker girl not be something everyone's into, and they succeeded. Instead, it's gonna be a side zombie character now.
Yeah, there's always someone, though.
Which one? Which of the singers?
The one in the white dress near the dining room. The name is she has a literal name, Selena
barn lounge?
Cordry. Yes, the one who has main character syndrome,
Yeah, I just
which
wanted.
is hilarious to write down on a medical report.
Yes.
She was annoying me.
But anyway, 10 needs to be about Chris's possible final big thing for a while, and Jill needs to be in it. I want another multi-character RE game, and it needs to be about the BSAA.
So you want 6, but good.
No, I want a third of 6. So I want 5 again. I would love 6 if it was actually what they fucking advertised 6 to be when it was going to be coming out. Because 6 was advertised as all of the big names of Resident Evil in one game. Apparently that just means only Chris and Leon.
Yeah. Yeah. Although,
Sorry.
now that I think about it, okay, I think that Shadow of Rose DLC, I think that's like 20 years in the future. So I was like, what, the year 2041? Like, does anyone remember the Indiana Jones Chronicles? It's like how the opening scene is like 99-year-old Indiana Jones going, what do you want? It's like, okay, so apparently 78-year-old Chris is still around.
Apparently.
What people don't understand, Kiona, I am not lying about this. I swear to fucking God. But, like, that dude's gonna live to be 175. Chris was, like, a staff sergeant army general when he was 15.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, the
Like,
ranks of these characters do not
See
make
what you
any
mean.
sense at all.
Chris is the worst. If you go and look up all of his, like, outer novel fucking info in Resident Evil, this dude was on fighter carriers when he was, like, 9. Like, that's a slight exaggeration, but it's fucking unreal the rank this dude had before he had pubic hair. Like, it's fucking unbelievable what they have Chris be in these video games.
He came out of the womb and punched the doctor.
Yeah, but...
And a boulder.
And a boulder.
Yeah, if it's not about the BSAA and they make up something else and they ignore that again...
That's one of the things that made me laugh. People going, why would the FBI hire someone with so much anxiety like Grace? It's like, actually, that's one of the more realistic hires. Also, just look at the current FBI. They're not picky about who they hire.
Yeah, and it's a desk job.
Yeah.
You're not meant to be whatever. Yes, you get basic training on a firearm, but they're not exactly sending you strapped and capped, ready to go out.
Yeah,
No,
so
she's
she's
not
actually the most
Rambo-ing.
realistic hire of the whole series compared to, apparently nine-year-old super soldier man.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you think we'll ever see Grace again?
I think so, because everyone seemed to like her a lot.
And I'm going to be honest here, with how they're acting, Grace just kind of straight up replaced Claire. Because Kiona, how old do you think Claire was in Resident Evil 2 Remake?
probably around the same age as Grace, honestly. I would
Actually,
imagine
he's
like
younger.
Claire is 19 in that game.
Yeah, I was gonna say around 19,
I
20,
think
21.
Grace is 24.
Yeah. So realistically, she could either be the new Hunnigan, the new whatever, the new informant, the new whatever, or she could just be a person that is willing to go out on stuff. Because I'm going to be honest with you, this is the first time where they've introduced a new character like this where I immediately went, I would take you in a game again.
I would too.
Mm-hmm.
I love the subtle changes of her character because when she starts off, she has like the whole stutter, which everyone notices, but also she doesn't do a lot of eye contact, and also she doesn't like being touched by anybody. It's like when Emily's trying to like shake her hand, she's literally pushing it away. She doesn't like that, and by the end, she's like hugging people and like looking them straight in the eye and stuttering a little bit less, but I'm still there.
The only person she ever had contact with where it was human connection was her mom, and she got killed in front of her.
Oh yeah, it's like the little cute scene where he's wiggling her hand.
Yeah.
She's only in the game for like 3 minutes at most, but you know exactly that relationship Alyssa had with her, and that's great.
Also, speaking of Mrs. Ashcroft, I don't know where all the hardcore Alyssa Ashcroft mega fans have come from, but when they killed her off, I saw a lot of people online going, they just fucking Joel Millered Alyssa Ashcroft. Like,
Oh, come on.
Where on earth are you comparing Joel Miller's importance in The Last of Us to Alyssa Ashcroft, who is through the fucking floor?
He was in Outbreak Files 1 and 2, which were not the biggest bestseller games. She had a small Easter egg in RE7, and I think there's a very, very, very minor Easter egg in RE3 remake where there's someone on the radio going, I gotta help Miss Ashcroft. That's it.
There is very small. The fact that she was in that game at all is a miracle.
But, and they didn't change the character model design either. She looks very much like her Outbreak Files model.
Now, partially why I want 10 to be this is because Capcom changed the marketing for what this game was like 5 times. Because there's an interview when they first released this with the game director, who he said that this is the last mainline Resident Evil game. Because they said, quote unquote, they wanted to do more separated, singulatory stories from now on and not continue that.
I mean, they're also doing that because they realize the main characters are becoming too powerful to even be in horror games anymore.
I know, but the main reason they said it is that they want to do stuff because of what they did with Ethan. You can get different storylines of other stuff where you're not containing yourself only to a locked, like, 4 characters. And then it turned into, this is Leon Kennedy's last game. Then it turned into, this is the end of the Umbrella storyline, and then they stuck with that one.
Yeah.
I can believe that.
I can too, because they went out of their way with the Grace file to painstakingly clean up every single possible plot hole, prop it on a desk, and go, Umbrella's done, it's connections now.
They even showed up.
Not to mention in the news report at the very end when they say the long defunct Umbrella Corporation.
I like that the Umbrella Trials is now apparently a massive plot point in this franchise, which was always one of my favorite things, that this company was taken to court, which lasted for 6 years apparently, and then they declared bankruptcy, which is the most low-key, realistic way you could kill off a corporation.
No Resident Evil character took down Umbrella. Capitalism did.
Like, I love that, we called that guy for the Raccoon City trials where he was supposed to be called for like as a witness, but we never could find him. And then I guess we didn't care.
You know what's absolutely strange to me is that I remember, like, when you thought about it, like, back in the day, right? Like, back when these games were first coming out and you said Umbrella Corporation and everybody thought, oh my god, that sounds like the most ridiculous name ever.
It does.
And now it's like,
that's a subtle name.
Look at the megacorps that we have now. It's conceivable that you would have an Umbrella Corporation, and I think that there is a company called Umbrella in Japan or something. Like they're
it was China, I think.
Fiona, wait, just you fucking wait. The actual lab that is pinpointed and accused of where the coronavirus spread from is the lab you're thinking of with the Umbrella logo on it. It's just the Umbrella logo, but green instead of red. That is the Wuhan Research Facility in China. I'm not fucking joking in the slightest.
Reality has a laugh sometimes.
To tip it off, Kiona, Resident Evil Get Resident Evil 6. Guess where it takes place?
China.
Yep.
Guess what the virus is called?
No.
It's called the
called
C virus.
The fuck.
Yeah.
This
It's
all
a bit
started
weird.
out as a Resident Evil fanfic.
Yeah,
but,
kind of.
But yeah, the
Get out of
Wuhan
town.
research the Wuhan research facility where it got out from, where it's the record of whatever you fucking believe, but the well-known place where it got from is the Wuhan research facility in China,
Yeah.
which that fucking umbrella logo is from, but it's just green instead of red. It is something I wish I was making up.
That is so strange.
Also, like, this is the first game to mention that, I guess the connections have been around since the Umbrella days, because in RE7 and 8 sounded like it was just simply a company. It's like, oh no, it's actually been a co-company since the beginning days.
Well, that's what happens when you're
can see
remaking the
that.
games from scratch, where you can just start building it, and then when you have...
Although, hilariously, it seems like,
mystery company,
well, Umbrella's like, we want to create superhumans who advance the human race, well, I guess Brendan Bailey's like, yeah, but I want to make money. So how about 130 million for a tyrant?
Yeah, that's when they
So,
started going into the weapons industry instead of advancement in human evolution.
Oh, the guy, I love it. What's a new Nemesis cost? It's negotiable.
Enough.
More than that, probably.
I'll know it when I see it.
So the last thing that I want to ask, that I want to bring up is, so like, if we're going by the remake timeline, just the remakes, as in RE2, RE3, RE4, and now we have 7, 8, and 9. So if you're going by that timeline, so then Claire is actively a part of the timeline still because she was in RE2 remake.
Yep.
And if we go by what they're saying now with Code Veronica coming out, then we can say that she's also going to be that. She's going to be the main character in that, obviously. And so is her importance actually that diminished?
Here's the thing.
Apart from this game, apart from not mentioning her.
Here's the thing. Right now, the RE timeline is relatively the same as the original. You just don't know what details are concrete, minorly, because we're doing it off the remake timelines and some of those games haven't been remade.
Right. Correct.
So you look at Grace's file, there's shit from every single game that has been made. You just don't have the remake version of it. So when those games get remade, the version of it that's in the file is going to be there to just be other things. Claire does stuff, and she's in other games, and like her and Chris fight Wesker and Code Veronica, and they do other stuff. It's just that I'm just gonna say it point blank, Capcom doesn't like showing middle-aged women.
Well, technically speaking, Lady D is supposed to be in her mid-40s. That's kind of middle age.
Are we going to count the giant monster with huge fucking tits that they like to tease around? I'm not counting that as the typical middle-aged woman.
I guess maybe that's the Capcom. It's typical, but yeah, good point.
I'm going off of normal middle-aged woman, not giant titty vampire monster. When I say this, because the closest
you're right. Because in Death Island, they're like, Jill, you look like the same what you were in 1998. I guess that virus must have aged you down or something. Like, yeah, of course we're doing that.
The only thing I was going to say, because Jill literally ages slower because she got hit with her viruses. The closest thing we have seen to a normal middle-aged woman, and when I say normal, I mean not looking like they've had 1,000 years of Botox and giant tits, because that was Excella Gianni. The only thing close to a regular-looking middle-aged woman we have got, relatively, is Alyssa and Birkin. What's her name?
Annette Birkin.
Annette Birkin. Other than that, it is all young. No, I take that back. The only other one that was middle-aged, and they show her for 2 minutes before they turn into a giant bug monster, is the Baker wife.
Marguerite.
They are borderline fucking allergic to showing middle-aged.
Yeah, because Sherry's also 20 but 40.
Yeah, they all look like 20-year-olds. And Mia, how old's Mia supposed to be?
How old is Mia?
Oh God, I don't remember. They do actually show her ID card.
Yeah.
Let me check that real quick.
She looks
I
like
really liked Mia.
she looks like she's fucking 19 in that first game.
37.
37. Okay, now, yeah, she doesn't look 37.
By the
No, she
way,
doesn't.
because of the fact that the connections have been apparently been around forever, this makes her kind of a more evil character because that means you are willingly with the super evil company that loves making money off of bioweapons for 20 years and also controlling the government.
Yeah, she was evil in the first place.
But
A
now
lot of
it's
people
even
like
more
her as a
so.
character, but then they're like, so we're just gonna forget. No, she was a very evil person who lied to
Who are
her
we talking about?
boyfriend a lot.
Mia Winters in RE7 and 8.
Mia? Oh.
Technically, she's a member of the
Okay.
connections.
She
She
was.
was.
She was a literal peddler for bioweapons.
For all you know,
Hmm.
she was like, "Hey, Zeno, how you doing?" And it's
Is
clocking
she
for the
still
day.
alive at the end of
Yeah,
Village?
she's alive at the end of RE8.
She's
Also,
the
she's
only
mentioned
one
still
that
be
is
alive in
alive.
RE Shadows of Rose, although apparently she's estranged
Okay.
from Rose now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The only person
Okay.
that technically died
Damn.
that's a main character in the last 2 games has been Ethan.
Although they did
Yeah.
actually fake me
Twice.
out. I did actually think they were going to kill off Leon by the end. They actually fooled me.
I thought that there was a chance that he was going to get consumed by the virus and kind of just tank it, but
Like what that scene when you're with Grace and like you're going up against the glass window and like the reflection, I thought he was dead.
yeah.
Okay, you want to know something funny? If you do the Leon mod, it's Leon going up to Leon.
Oh God.
It's hilarious.
Although we got to talk about mod. I love every mod I've seen for like the bike chase scene where it's like a bicycle or a wheelchair or a pogo
Oh
stick
my
or a
god, I
scooter.
love it so
I love
much.
all you
It's so
people.
funny.
It is great. It's one of those things where like the only mod I've ever played on a Resident Evil game was in 2 Remake, where they sing X gon' give it to you every single time X is coming around a corner and approaching you. It's my
Yes, that
favorite
legendary
mod.
mod.
It's that mod has replaced Macho Man Randy Savage Dragons in Skyrim for my favorite mod in a video game. It's just
It's also
so
been referenced
good.
by Capcom themselves.
Wonderful.
I think didn't they tweet out when like that singer actually died? They in memory of Next Melody, you could give to you guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. DMX.
Yeah, DMX. Sorry, that was it. Yeah.
DMX, yeah.
He either died or like passed away relatively close to the RE2 remake. If I
think it was a little bit after.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my favorite mod of all time. It's just like because it'll work with the noise in the walls too. Like it'll act like the speaker is inside Mr. X. So when the door opens, it'll get louder as it gets near you. It's fucking phenomenal how good that mod is.
Incredible.
Or they'll turn him into Thomas the Tank Engine, which is even funnier.
Well,
Oh my god, that's even funnier.
The 2 mods everyone always does is turn it into Thomas the Tank Engine or turn it into CJ from GTA, and people have done both already to RE9.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely.
The great thing about RE9 is that I guess the RE engine's pretty easy to mod. You don't have to try that hard.
Yeah.
They all have the same source code.
Yeah. All right. So.
All right.
And now we're gonna. I don't know where if I can even do ranking, but I'll attempt as we talk through this. What is everyone's overall feeling?
For me,
For
it's
ranking?
second favorite. I had to think about it for a while, but I like the Grace character that much, and I think this is some of the best gameplay in the series, and it has some really good emotional highs and some really great scares, and I think it balances. Also, corny moments are very enjoyable. I have very few complaints. Like I said, maybe okay, that orphanage bit drags a little bit on second playthrough, but whatever. 5 minutes. I love it. It's like my second favorite game in the series behind RE8. In RE8, I'm very biased because it made me me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kiona, out of the ones you've played.
Let's see. Okay, so I have played through to completion. I played RE3 Remake. I've played Resident Evil 8. I've played Resident Evil 9. I've played a good bit of Resident Evil 2 Remake, and I played a bit of Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Okay.
And a bit of Resident Evil 0.
Okay.
And I think a little bit of
I'm
7
not going
as
to
well.
count 0. A little bit of 7 too. Yeah, a little bit of 7. Of the ones that I played. 3 or 4. I would say 3rd place or 4th place. Maybe 3rd place.
For me,
So
I don't know exactly where I'm going to sit it. In my heart of hearts, for the amount of time that I have played the game, RE5 is unreasonably higher than it is for most people for me. I love that game to death.
Understandable.
RE4 Remake is very up there. RE2 and 3 Remake are up there.
Yeah.
2 Original is up there too. Actually, I'm going to be honest. I like Revelations and Rev 2 a lot more than most people do. Those are both phenomenal games in my opinion. But
Revelations 2 is really underrated. Yes.
yeah, if I was going to give a chunk that it's in my top 5 for sure. I'd have to really fucking sit and organize it, but it's at least in my top 5. It has the best, and I'll die on the hill that it has the best first-person action, and it's got the best third person. It really does.
Yes, I'll agree with that.
It really does.
It's unreal. Again, the fact that you could send someone through the same area, and you can switch perspectives with Leon and Claire, and it feels, or Leon and Grace, and it feels that much different.
I love that. Okay, because this is the problem with the early RE games. The engine early on had some weird issues with like draw distance. Like a character, if you saw it at distance in like RE7 and 2 and 3 to an extent, with like the frame rate would slow down. That became less of an issue in 8, and by 9, that's not an issue anymore. So clearly, this is the peak of what the RE engine can do, which is pretty peak.
Well, that we know of.
So far, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one thing that, like, the Monster Hunter, some of the stuff they do in there, because it's all this is for being scanned in and stuff. It's just crazy what they can do, and now when they're willing to do more, like, people like to forget, and I got this reaffirmed in a dev diary that I saw recently, that the model of the face for Chris in 7 and Chris in 8 is the same face model.
They are, but they changed it heavily.
But they edited it to make it more musculature and made it look like this person actually worked out. And what that was that I saw in that dev diary is that when they did 7 originally, it was you sat in the chair, they scanned your ass, and that's what you looked like. After that, they started going, well, maybe if we tweaked the hair a little and we did this and that, and like they really made sure Chris looked bulkier in 7.
He looks like 5, but bigger.
Well, we never got to see what his arms looked like, for the most part.
Well, you can see the muscles bulging through his shoulders, and you can already imagine.
It is, but in 5, you could barely fit his arm inside the door of that fucking Humvee.
Yeah, now it's like he is a walking boulder in 8.
That was honestly one of the best parts in 8 too, was the fact that they actually have you play as Chris.
And you can punch things, because
kind of blown away by that.
Oh, you will
I'm not
punch
gonna
things.
lie.
Yeah.
Again, it's that sense of relief that you have when you're playing these characters who are like experienced at doing this, you know, who like have the real world, like they've been like, we've been fighting zombies for years now. It's like nothing
for Ethan and Grace,
you know?
it's the worst day of their life. To these characters, it's just Tuesday.
And
exactly.
That's one thing that I get what some people are trying to say, but I don't think that they actually put the 2 seconds of thought into realizing it. They're like, we cannot have these RE regular characters keep going in because it's very hard for them to be scared. Cool. It's not the job of the game to make that character scared.
No.
It's the job of the game to make you controlling that fucking character scared. And guess what? I was in moments with Leon where I went, fuck! Leon's John Wick, and I still freaked out.
Oh yeah, with the spider.
Yeah, there's many of moments where they're like, we can't keep going with these characters because they're not terrified. Cool. I'm not Leon Kennedy.
No. I love the fact that he's spouting one-liners as he's killing all these zombies.
I love that he gets even his old man jokes get even cornier with each game.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Absolutely.
Did you ever think of brushing your teeth?
Yeah. If you please brush your teeth.
I would have said the same thing, honestly.
Like, I think I'm gonna get a second opinion. You must be.
He totally let that nurse die just to say that.
Yeah, well, that's one of the worst. Just fucking.
Well, actually, that's canon because remember, was it Vendetta? Was the film where it's like Leon causes like 300,000 like civilian casualties or something like that? He just doesn't care.
Remember when we saw that on stream, Brock? When we saw the reveal of Leon? It was at one of the events. It was either at Summer Games Fest, whatever it was, or Game Awards or something, where they revealed it. And I remember us sitting there and looking at it, and you were like, "Is he going to have the one-liners?" And then he says that line where he's like, "I'm going to get a second opinion," and then we just both started laughing because you were like, "Oh yes, it still hasn't."
Again, like
still a corny bastard.
He even gets bonus ones. Again, if you shoot like the singer lady, goes like, "Sorry to cut your act short, lady."
It's one of those things where, and Pat Pat Boyven from Pat Stares At explained this
Mhm.
perfectly.
Yeah.
You can't make a character like Leon now.
No.
You can't give a brand new action person dumb, corny lines because people will think you're just trying to make him an Avenger.
What's crazy is there was an interview with the voice actors for Grace, and apparently at one point they were gonna give her like one-liners, and she had to talk down Capcom, going, "No, that doesn't make any sense. Don't do that."
Yes, but like it's
I miss my one-liner spewing heroes. Damn it.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but you don't. That's the thing, though. Everyone made one term, and they ruined it because no one realizes that there's one-liners outside of these movies. Everybody said that if you make a one-liner now, it's Marvelism.
No, it's not.
Yes, but everybody thinks that now, and that's the problem because no one can form their
The thing is, that's like old Joss Whedon style humor. Leon Kennedy is just like bad humor.
Place it on that. Anytime they come up with a new term, everyone just goes, "I'm not going to form my own opinion. I'm going to say what that guy says."
One-liners existed before the Marvel movies,
Funny
people.
thing is, hey, do you know what didn't, Kiona, though? Rampant online criticism.
But
I know. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Internet.
Yes.
Corny and sarcastic than even anything.
Yeah. Leon has survived and been that way for 30 fucking years. That's why he can still do this shit and not get that criticism.
Have people not seen 80s action movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Hey, Kiona, who's all the people that are reviewing games and stuff now? What year were they born after?
Don't remind me.
That's why I'm saying it's damn near fucking impossible to do that now because all they think is just
It
quoting
sucks.
and trying to copy somebody.
It's stupid. It doesn't matter to me. I would do it anyway.
Yeah, well, I get you would, but then it would.
No. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not arguing with you.
Part. We all want it. That's why I agree with you. We all want it, but we can't have it because it's just going to be you're just trying to be a Marvel guy now. And I hear that from everyone. It's so fucking.
Give it to me anyway.
Oh.
Give it to me anyway.
What I love is that half those quips don't even make any sense. Like the bike scene. He says like, "That's what you get for not wearing a safety helmet," says the man wearing a helmet. And also, technically speaking, Victor Gideon has a helmet on.
They are devoid of irony. That is the thing. It's because of that.
It's like, Leon, come on.
It is
you're not wearing a
ironic,
helmet.
but it's also like there's no self-awareness, but there is kind of a self-awareness. There's like a self-awareness of the fact that they aren't self-aware, if that makes sense.
Although actually the best quip from Leon in the game is actually when he's fighting the plant. "Just so you know, every plant I ever bought died."
Died. He's talking to us anyway.
And that's
exactly.
That's the thing where I'm going to bring it back again. That brings up my point about how what Leon and what stuff in the Resident Evil games is misinterpreted. Because what did Zach Krieger said that the Resident Evil games have as a tone? Comedic. Resident Evil games aren't comedic. Leon is funny.
Leon is funny.
Die Hard is not a comedy. John McClane
It's
is funny. John McClane is funny. There's a difference.
You can have a funny character in a non-funny movie.
Yes. That's why it doesn't work that way, because a lot of times when they try to do the character with the one-liners, it's an all-out comedy. They never try to make the serious movie with a character that has funny quips in it.
See,
also, they're well timed. Like, could you imagine if Leon had something smarmy after shooting Emily? Be like, "Well, that kid sure grew up fast." Be like, "What the hell is wrong with you?"
That's what it would be. That's what
I would have
it
laughed
be.
anyway.
That's
But yes,
what it would be.
yeah, no, I get you. I would have laughed anyway because
The thing
it's
is,
so bad.
he does actually have a
But,
filter
like-
because he does have serious. Like, he doesn't make quips when he's in RPGs. He's just like,
no.
"I'm sad."
That's the difference. Now when they try to make quippy characters, they make quips about motherfucking everything. Everything.
That is the difference right there. But you know what it is like that's just from a knowledge of character. That is from a character-based standpoint. Would they make a joke here? Yes. Would they not make a joke here? No. Because of the situation and the circumstances surrounding the character. But also it's the fact that you can have two things be true at the same time.
Yeah.
It doesn't I hate the term when people say invalidating your opinion, because first of all, my opinion is my opinion. It doesn't exist to be invalidated by you to begin with. And secondly, it's also the fact that, like, you know, you can have a person be funny in a horror film, and you can have them still say something funny. As a matter of
But
fact, that's
thing
what
is, Zach
gives the
Crager,
audience a moment of release and relief.
yeah, but Zach Crager's a great example because Weapons is not a funny movie, but that ending is hysterical as
It's
a relief.
hysterical.
Yeah.
I didn't even like the movie, but I thought the ending was funny.
Yeah.
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 I did like Barbarian though.
Yeah.
But you
Barbarian
know,
is good,
so
yes.
I'm not anti Zach Krieger or anything, but I just think that like what he's saying about Resident Evil being comedic, like what are you talking
I
about?
Want to
Like
have this comedic tone of the Resident of this. Just stop it, bro.
what are you talking about, dude?
Although the franchise has always been straddling that line between sarcastic and serious. I mean, RE7, it's called the scariest game in the series, but it's also the one that has a chainsaw fight with Evil Dead quips.
It's cheesy to a degree. There's some
serious game in the entire is original RE4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is like some solid cheese. Grade A American cheese.
Bingo.
He literally said, "I'm sending my right hand after you." He goes, "Your hand comes off." Like, there's so many dumb. Like, it's just like.
Funny thing is, the remake cut some of those lines, but then added even more corny lines, like going, "Well, nighty nights."
Yes, it's so dumb. And like, in part of that, he's saying more dumb lines because he's saying it in front of Ashley. Like, there's even moments where he's like, he's being dumb on purpose.
Also, people who criticize what has been termed as Whedon-esque humor or bathos or whatever you want to call it, I don't think they understand the text because a lot of the time, because the thing about Buffy and the thing about stuff like Avengers and everything, if you look at it, yes, sometimes there were explicitly corny lines that were just thrown in there to be throwaway lines.
It runs
but
on some type of electricity.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I love it. I love that so much though, because it's like it's saying it's kind of making explicit exactly what Captain America would say in that moment. It comes from a character-based standpoint. And I think that people just think, oh, he's just throwing in a joke just to be funny or whatever. Or like the guy, that man is playing Galaga. He thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. I mean, you know, it's just so like it's a moment of relief. That's basically what it is. If people just understood that, maybe. And if you understand it and you don't like it, then I'm not criticizing you. That's fine. If you don't like it, maybe you don't like that type of humor. It's fine. For me, it works. For me, it's funny. I like undercutting a serious moment with a little bit of humor.
But also, I'm okay with not undercutting it sometimes too.
Yeah, I'm also okay with that too.
Like, I like just imagining that every time Leon's doing a quip, Sherry's on the other end going like, yeah, whatever, Leon, get back to work.
Your example of him making a one-liner after killing Emily, like that would have been the exact wrong moment to have a stupid one-liner because of the situation and because Grace is really broken up there. He wouldn't just make a joke after doing that because it's like, that would be disrespectful to Grace on top of being disrespectful to Emily's memory or, you know, thought to be her memory at the time. Yeah, it's character-based.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And like, there's not even just
my rant.
It's talking of like breaking a serious moment, like at the end when she says, "Leon, are you okay?" and he literally coughs up blood. He goes, "Yeah, I feel like $1 million." Like,
which is also a line from RE4.
Yeah, it's what it all is. It's knowing when to do stuff, and like the only time when like, a time when a Whedonism is wrong is see how he writes Batman and Justice League. In my opinion, done bad.
I still laughed. Because I know that that's him. I still laughed at it, but yeah, that was not the right placement for that. That's when you
can know when it works and when it doesn't. Like
it just
like it can and can't.
Yeah, it just didn't work for that particular version of the character as well. But I did laugh when he goes like, "You don't even like me" or something, or what did he say? "You hate my guts" or whatever. No, like Superman says that to him, and then he goes,
"You don't like me. I don't not like you."
I don't not like you. I just still laughed at it because I was like, that's yeah. It does undercut Batman's seriousness, which is, you know, to me it's just cheese anyway, so I didn't care. But regardless, you know, like I said, I like that particular brand of humor, and I thought that it was, you know, I still laughed because it was a bad line. It was supposed to be a bad line. Anyway. We're not talking about DCEU stuff. Let's talk about Resident.
Oh yeah. Well, like honestly, I think some of the funniest lines again are not even Leon. It's whatever the heck Victor's saying, like the whole anarchy.
Oh yes, he's hilarious. He is
He has like a weird
absolutely
way
one
of
of the
like
funniest
sounding
villains.
normal, and then the last word he says, he puts like an extreme enunciation on, which is a very Konami thing
Oh
to
yeah,
do. Like
positively.
I've seen like Hideo Kojima games where people do that. I love it.
Yeah, it's. I still think my entire favorite line in the entire thing is fucking Grace. Oh, it got in my mouth.
Oh yeah,
the,
that's still
the way
funny.
she
Yeah.
That
said
was
that
so
was so
funny.
fucking funny.
I didn't realize those fire extinguishers can actually melt zombies until like my third playthrough.
Oh, not just
Oh,
melt, make them explode.
Yeah, they like
yes.
explode like the injectors. By the way, I love that the music in RE2 original comes back in the RPD.
I
Mm.
literally, I
Yeah.
literally stopped and got chills when there'd just be the.
Like and that's by default, and then you don't even need to turn on a mode for that one. That just
Yeah.
ding ding.
My favorite thing was going up to the typewriter.
Yeah, that the typewriter from RE2 and going like
Yeah.
No
that
way
one
this
doesn't
still
work
works.
anymore.
That work anymore. I also love that when you get into Nest, there's just a fucking typewriter for the sake of having Grace do her saves. Like it
Yes.
makes no fucking sense.
It makes
Yeah, everyone
no
else is using
sense in
high
the
tech
universe.
computers, and it's just like there's a typewriter because I guess someone's nostalgic.
Yes, exactly. And like you go in, and the fact
I mean,
that
I would've been.
also Gideon or Zeno went out of their way to move the fucking welcome Leon.
I was just about to say you change. Also, you wrote a note
Oh my
going, "You
god.
can't save anyone." So why
Yeah.
you were walking around with Grace, and it's like, hang on, I got to write this note. It's gonna matter.
Hold on. I changed this. It's either that or he did it beforehand and they walk into the RPD going, he's gonna see that later as they walk by. And fucking like I really like
I'm gonna
how
play some head games with that cop.
it's not automatic, but you go up to Branagh's desk and he says, reporting for duty. Like that was really cool.
By the way, this means that Leon
Yeah.
A is now canon.
I don't go by either, honestly.
I know that, but like this only makes sense now if it's Leon A, Claire B, which I guess that's fine because that means that Claire is actually the one that kills off Birkin.
It's whatever. When the
Yeah, I know
fact
it's
that the
whatever thing.
zapping system doesn't work in there, it means that whatever you choose is for the person of whatever because they don't intersect in any meaningful way. Because in Leon Claire A and Leon B, whichever way you do it, Ada and Sherry are in the same fucking room at the exact same fucking time.
It doesn't make sense. I know.
That way they set that up was so
If they
dumb.
both were wounded next to each other, going, "Hey, how's your day, lady?"
Yeah, did you see Leon come in here? No, I didn't. That was my mom up there. What? Like.
Your mom tried to set me on fire.
Yeah, and in the way that's set up, that would mean that Leon does not know who Sherry is, and then Claire just shows up on the fucking train with said child and goes, "Leon, this is Sherry." He goes, "What?" Which is what should have happened. Just some fucking child you found, you decide to take.
It also means that like what Birkin got shot like 7 or 8 times by each person, like 6 times. Oh, what a rough day he had.
Yeah, it's the fucking absurdity of how that whole situation.
By the way,
out.
I love that by this game apparently it's canon that Barry Burton was a really big Sega Saturn fan.
It's whoever JoJo was, because that was technically still JoJo's locker.
You know that they're clearly doing a JoJo reference.
Oh, I hope it was a JoJo's reference, but
There's no way it wasn't.
The thing that makes me kind of kooky about it is like, we're gonna get you a trip to the zoo. Like, part in my brain was like, is he trying to get Chris and Jill to go out on a date?
All I could think of was Alyssa Ashcroft in like the zoo when she went there when she fought that giant elephant.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Also, please tell me you noticed that one of the games in the Sega Saturn is Resident Evil 1.
Mm.
Like, what are you implying now? Resident Evil 1 Classic Edition is a game in Resident Evil?
I don't know. It's something.
Maybe.
It kind of shocks me that wasn't a PlayStation.
I know. I would have thought it'd be a PS1, but no, it's a Sega Saturn.
Yeah, but yeah.
Somebody's a big Sega fan.
It should have had Shenmue actually is in there. Shenmue 2, and I think there's a Resident Evil 1.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was cool. It was great, and the fact that depending on when you walk through the RPD, that you can see Tofu walking in the background.
I thought that too. I was like, Tofu, what are you doing? You can even damage Tofu. He will actually lose health.
Kiona,
Dude, that freaked me out the first time.
Tofu in the Survivor campaign, he makes like Japanese femgirl noises.
And also, she sometimes wears Jill's hat for no reason.
It's fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. But yeah.
Well,
So
we didn't even talk about the costumes.
oh, the costumes are good, but I'm going to tell you again. That's going to be another gripe I have with this game. They
Mhm.
sold this game off of everything that didn't have to do with the setting of the game.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I can imagine Grace being a Lady D cosplayer because, Reddit.
I get that, but I can also see her being any of the cosplayers of all of the towns that are within 10 feet of her, being everyone from Resident Evil in the RPD.
Also, who and this development team was a fan of Resident Evil Apocalypse? Because that's one of the outfits. That's Alice's outfit from Apocalypse.
It is. It is. And that's one of those
The
things
movies
where
are referencing these way more than I would have thought, too.
they are, but there's no fucking reason why Grace didn't have either Claire or Jill's get-ups at all.
Oh, I know. The answer is the Lady D sold more copies.
Well, everything was, again, they sold it off of that. And
I don't
they
know, the
did
Jill
that
2
to
top?
yeah, but and
The
the
Jill
thing
2
that
top, maybe? I
that's
could
one of
see
the
that.
things where I don't want them to sell the games off sex appeal, and people can't tell me they did because Grace is a regularly stacked female human being.
Yeah, she
If
is.
you
She
put
remains normal in the front.
she does, but if you put the Demetress costume on her, she
Not so
gains
much
a
of the rear.
mass the size of Texas.
Yes, they immediately also. By the way,
That's
whoever
not a
designed that,
joke, Kiona. That is not a joke.
like
No, I know it's not a joke. I'm
when
just
Victor's
laughing
carrying
because it's
her
true.
off, like her rear end's basically covering up the entire screen. It's like Revelations one size.
Yeah, and that's one of the things where it kind of actively irritates me that we just took sex appeal as a selling point for a character.
Although, weirdly enough,
not
more
do
effort was
it.
put in that outfit than you would think, because when she's picking up Emily, they actually will push up her hat. So someone bothered to model that more than just a joke.
Well, I get that, but they could.
I think it's just recency
They
bias.
could have used that time to model things that deal with the fact of this being the 30th anniversary game, dealing specifically with Raccoon City and not a castle that people only going to that land would have heard of. This is the same amount of how did they know that Chris punched a boulder? How did they know Lady D was there until no one knew about it until they got there? And then she died, and then I don't know who was talking about on the way back.
In all honesty, they should have made like the Alyssa Ashcroft outfit from like the games. One of the outfits you unlock, you should have had that outfit from like Outbreak File.
They didn't even have her mom in it. That was another thing where I'm like, guys, we need to have partial priority here. Because if they wanted to be dumb and sleazy, they could have sold the Demetresque outfit as like a $1 cosmetic.
Although actually they could have used, I think, it's been a long time since the Outbreak File, but wasn't one of the Outbreak File outfits for Alyssa like literally the red dress from the original Resident Evil movie, but it's like smaller?
I have no idea. I honestly don't remember. But it's one of those things where going forward, I'd like them to actually care more about the setting of the game versus a character from a previous one.
Although it is nice to give Leon his RE4 outfit and RE2 outfit. That is nice.
That was nice, and I appreciated that because they gave him
that was nice
stuff. That was fucking great. But like, Grace could have had like 17 outfits of females that went into freaking Raccoon City, from everyone from Claire, Jill to Rebecca in every form they've ever had. I'm just saying, do more of the stuff that makes logical sense versus fanboying.
Well, maybe they'll add more outfits when like the mercenary mode comes out.
I fucking hope so, because it was, again, let's make sure that no other females are referenced even in barely a fucking keychain ever. Let's not do that anymore.
Yeah.
We care about more characters in these games outside of Chris, Leon, and the sex symbol of previous game. I don't hate Lady D, but I don't want the only reason that a character comes back is because a lot of people wanted to fuck them.
Well, just you wait till they remake Excella.
Oh, trust me, that was her only point too. So when they remake Excella, I'll be okay if she probably has, actually she somehow might have smaller extremities somehow because they're gonna.
Amusingly, I've also thought, why don't you just get Maggie Roberts and play her? Just make it extra like sarcastic.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Maggie Roberts, but they need to vary voice actors more.
Which they actually did in this game. There's like no RE7, RE8 voice actors who weren't reprising their characters. I thought that was interesting.
It was nice as well, because as much as I like them redoing roles in Capcom liking people, you can keep them for that character if they show up again. Don't do it a ton, because like I love Neil. I don't need him having a third character.
I do agree because in those original trailers, I thought that was going to be Neil playing Dr. Gideon, and I would have been okay with that. But I'm actually really happy they went with whatever that guy's name is because he's amazing.
Yes, there's a lot of non-union voice actors who would like jobs, and they should be able to get them, not because they weren't in a previous game.
Yeah.
The fact that Nick's been through 3, I'm happy with.
Oh yeah, that keep a mainline character. That
yes, he's a mainline.
Although this doesn't mean that I guess Death Ryan's going to be Chris Redfield forever. Okay.
Maybe. I mean, as long as he stays as Chris, I don't see them bringing Carlos back. That would shock the fuck out of me.
Oh, they're not going to do that.
Yeah, but anyways, all right. As you can tell, we all like Resident Evil a lot and could probably talk for another 14 freaking hours about this, but we are going to get on out of here. Kiona, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Blue Sky. I'm gonna just push the things that I really am pushing right now. Blue Sky, that is neoplasmic.bsky.social, and also on Twitch, twitch.tv/neoplasmic. We also recently launched the Renegade Pop Culture Twitch channel. Twitch.tv/Renegade Pop Culture. It's all one word. Very easy to find. And my casual fan review of Resident Evil 9 Requiem is up on renegadepopculture.com as well. So you can find it there, as well as all of our other podcasts and shows and everything. Yeah.
Helen, where can everybody find you?
Oh, they can find me at Lady Helen Bio Rodriguez on pretty much any social media platform. I'll always be available to talk about anything related to history or gaming in that order, or reverse it. I'm also almost done with my darn documentary project on the SS Eastland that I've been pushing for years now.
Nice. Getting there.
And you're in it.
I am in it. I have an IMDb credit, which is crazy.
Yes, you do now.
That's crazy. Holy shit.
But
nice
yeah,
job.
no, that's going to be a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, yeah. How long ago did I record that line?
I think that was like 3 years ago. I think it's like when RE8 came out.
Oh, dang. Now I know how these voice actors feel.
Yeah, pretty much. Like when they asked like a voice actor, do you remember when you did that line? I think I recorded it like 3.5 years ago.
That was like Elizabeth Olsen when she came out in fucking Marvel Zombies, when she's like, yeah, I recorded that line like 5 years ago.
Exactly. It's like, I'm in that?
Yeah, like, oh, that's
it's an overnight success.
Exactly. But all right. I can be found everywhere at Organoid Zero, mainly on Twitch and YouTube, and on my Instagram over at Organoid Zero, where I do all my cosplaying and convention going and the like. Until next time with whatever review happens, we will see you all later. Bye!
Bye!
This has been our Requiem. Goodbye.